Hi. What up? Who's here? Empty Belly. Thank you for the 3 months. Appreciate you being here, man. It's for you. How you been, Empty Belly? How was your weekend? What's up, Miss Echo? How's everybody's weekend? How did it go? Oh. Oh my gosh, that felt good. You guys ready to become champion? Quiet day at work, so I got to catch the stream. Hell yeah, dude. Thank you for the 3 months, man. Hey, so I don't know where it went, but we gotta find our Chimpokemon because I have a little surprise. As we know, sometimes I play off stream, most of the time, actually. We have a new addition. Does anybody want to guess what the new addition is? I'll give you a hint. It's a spooky electric type. Gotta leave work early 2 days in a row. Oh, it does affect your paycheck? That sucks, dude. You paid off the credit card, nice. Today I went on a little, I should have shared it in the Discord, but I went on a little adventure. My girlfriend would like to hang out by a fire next weekend, so I'm trying to figure that out for her, but it's getting hotter and all the public land around here blatantly has like no fires, no campfires. I'm like, damn it. But it was a beautiful drive. I live in such a beautiful area, man. I live in like a valley of a mountain, and it only takes like a couple miles going up the side of a mountain, and then you're just like in it. It's just crazy. Got to use my 4-wheel drive. Okay, I'll spoil it. It is a Rotom. Haha! It's sick, dude. I love this thing. We have to go nickname it now. Did you guys like the Heart Gold Soul Silver video? I think I'm gonna name this. I think I'm gonna name it Beetlebot. What's up, Wes? Get the event item, you can change its forms. The only thing is I don't think I want to change its form, though. I want it to be electric. Unless I'm misunderstanding how it works. Because I think it just changes, like, what to, like, grass or fire type or whatever, but it'll keep the ghost type. Speaking of a look inside a video, so I've been wanting to... I think streaming is definitely, like, the casual thing for me. Like, it's very secondary to everything else I do. Like, I'll play these games off stream, you know. If I feel like I'm into it, I'll stream. But a more serious like streaming would be third-tier. A secondary thing I'd like to do is a podcast, and I would post it to the main channel. But the concept would be like no script or anything. I don't want it rigid or anything like that. And you know, I'd be a silly goose and everything, but the idea is like, what if I just talked about my journey through making content? Like, what games am I playing currently? But like, I would have a buddy there. Like talking about content, trying to make light of certain situations, the struggles of making content, trying to grow, stories about you guys. I think that would be fun. And the inspiration comes from like, I like a lot of podcasts, specifically from like 8 years ago, of a lot of comedians who were like trying to be on the rise, and they would talk about their experiences a lot. And I'm like, that's so interesting. Like, I find it interesting, and usually if like I find something interesting, there's probably a you know, somebody who are like-minded. So it's like, okay, that'd be fun, you know. I think I'd do it a little bit in my own way. Like, if you look behind me, that's where I'd have the backdrop. I would just have 2 chairs back there, and there'd be a space in the middle, and I could do some light editing. Like, I know a podcast is supposed to be for Audible, that's fine. It could be for both, but if there's a visual component on YouTube, if like I'm talking about a game, I could like put the game up there. Like, just have a hovering video image like between us or something while we're talking. Its type doesn't change in this game. Before I start, check the stream Discord. Oh, wow. How much was this? Did you... 35? That's a deal, right? How many games is that? Some good games. Oh, wow. Some manuals, too. Nice, dude. Where'd you get that? Empty Belly found a Super Nintendo. They all work? Nice. Goodwill? I was just talking about Goodwill the other day with my girlfriend, and I was like, my perception of Goodwill these days is like it's been scoured. It's the secret's out there. 35 Canadian, so what's that against the dollar? Is it pretty similar? $25 US. Jeez. That's cheap. It's so cheap. What's up, Surfboard Charlie? You gotta use your air fryer more? I know that life. I've been learning more with an air fryer. I'm at the point where now I didn't buy a lot of energy drinks this time because just whatever I need, I get at Costco. I try to go once a month. But I got subtracting energy drinks, everything I got at Costco that'll feed me for the month, like healthily feed me, was like just at $200. And that feels awesome. Yeah, air fryers are awesome. I've recently rediscovered Hot Pockets. Not a healthy option, but I don't eat them every day. Today I went and played soccer. It's been so beautiful out. And I was motivated because there's been a lot of soccer going on lately. I watched the Portugal and Spain game. Ah, defog. Yes. I love defogging. Is there anybody in this chat who's followed me since back in the days when I used to post content with like me in the videos? I bought my first Game Boy at Costco. It came with a copy of Silver version and a guidebook. So even though I had already owned a Game Boy and Blue version, I remember as a kid I went to Costco with my mom, and you know, like Costco does, they were selling like a bulk. You could buy a Game Boy with Red and Blue and a manual. It was like a super pack, and I think it had like a Game Boy accessory in there too. It was just insane. And it just you know, seeing a product I like and all of it together, I was like, Mom, I want to get it. She's like, no. Like she's just like, you already have a Game Boy and you have one of those games. I'm like, but it looks so good. But I remember that at Costco, like right when you walked in, it was Pokemon Red, Blue, a Game Boy. It was so sick. it's rained here every day. Dang, dude. Usually that's what I say about my state. It's been beautiful lately. It's fine though, because like all last week I was trying to go outside and stretch my legs and like play soccer, run around a bit, but it was raining. There's anything here, but that only seemed to get him angry. He's saying he will blow the town up with a bomb. The nerve of it all. If only I were younger, I'd push the spaceman with my Pokemon. I love how they call them space people. Like, oh, the space people, the spacemen. I guess we can give, we can give Shu a Dragon Fang. I should probably go pick up my Eevee, but I'm sure I'm gonna have to fly here soon. I have an Eevee that I'm gonna make into a Glaceon. Doesn't need to exist, so I'll blow it up with a galactic bomb. If you try to mess with me, I'll shut you down with a Pokemon battle. Let's do it. That was to meet Hugh with the third-party Game Boy accessories. I didn't have many Game Boy accessories, but I do remember, because they were so cheap. My mom bought me like 3 of those snake lights in like consecutive order, but they were so cheap and worthless. They'd work for like 30 minutes and they'd break. And at the time that mattered, because if anybody's old enough to remember, like the old Game Boys didn't have a backlight. So if you wanted to play at night, that was like the only way you could. And I remember how much of a revolution that was to me, because I was like, wait, I could stay up all night and play Pokemon. My mom would never know. But yeah, back when your Game Boy needed the external light. The Dual Link with my cousin was great, but there was any other games to use. I'm not sure. A Persona 4 song just came on, and it reminded me that I think they're remastering Persona 4. I don't know. Yeah, they're calling it it's a remaster, right? It drained your battery though. See, it never worked long enough for me to know that. Like, they were at Blockbuster. I remember that. Like, we'd go to Blockbuster, I'd pick one up, it'd break within 30 minutes, but they were so cheap, it was like the one thing my mom was willing to like try over and over again to remake. Yeah. You know, I gotta say, I'm kind of being a little bit. I like the old style with like the small characters. So seeing the main character like full size, it was a little bit weird. The variety of weird Nintendo accessories from then was wild. Printers, rumble packs, cameras. Yeah, they were trying everything. I give them credit in one of my videos. I think it's a Crystal video where, like, I don't fault you for trying. I don't fault the attempt. The only time I care is like when their attempt would get in the way of the gameplay. Like, for example, you couldn't get Celebi in Crystal back then because they had made it so that Celebi was in a cell phone, like not Wi-Fi, a cell phone event. And then they just didn't switch it back up for the American release. This old charm is something made in the Celestic town long, long ago. It was made in honor of a mythical Pokemon, mythical deity said to have created Sinnoh. These old charms are still discovered now and then. Since you're in Celestic Town, why not look around inside the ruins? I have an old Game Boy Color, and I've been playing Pokemon Yellow, and the screen made it difficult, so I yanked it out and put a new screen in. Wow, how did that go? Are you happy with your job? I don't have enough confidence in myself to do that. Like, what you're seeing right now is a modded 3DS. I could have not paid like a $300 fee for them to do everything for me, but I'm like, fuck yeah, I want you to do it for me. I don't trust myself. There's this guy who streams games on a CRT and uses Game Boy as his face cam. That is sick, dude. That's such a great idea. That's so cool. My name is Cyrus. I want to put an end to the pointless strife and hostility. I am seeking the power to recreate the world. Thus, I want you to answer. The world today can't change because the 3 Pokemon keep it in balance. Is that what you're saying? I want to know, how do you know the world is in balance? I'm quite satisfied with the world the way it is. I'm not interested in your question. Plead ignorance, will you? What a pointless attitude. You fail to appreciate the world is incomplete. I will change the world. As the first step, I will destroy this cave painting that you've protected. The new legend of the world should take its place. Am I wrong? If you feel that way, challenge me. Let's go, dude. Every time I see Cyrus, I think a Nick Cage character from Con Air, Cyrus the Virus. I'll be starting a white, or I think I'm playing black. I have Gen 5 already set up, like, but I can't remember if I'm playing black or white. I can't believe he just fucking one-shot me with a Sneasel. Like, whenever I go against Garchomps, why are they so intimidating and fierce and mine just gets destroyed? What's up, Poochie? The playthrough is good. I like Platinum a lot so far. I think my biggest complaint with Sinnoh was the roster. I'm not even done beating it, and the Sinnoh Dex is much better, which makes me enjoy the game a lot more. He's quad weak dice. But what I'm saying is, hear me. What I'm saying is, when I use ice type things on an opposing Garchomp, I feel as though it's not quad times weakness. I feel like it's a flick. You think of Cyrus from Trailer Park? I gotta rewatch Trailer Park Boys. I love that show. My shock as a kid is I found out Cyrus is 28, and then I hit 28 low key. I get it. He does not look 28 in this game. He looks like he's 40. I'm gonna look that up. Platinum's deck is way better. There are actual options for certain types and more Sinnoh reps in general. Yes, so that's part of a script that I already wrote. Was not only are there additions, I think there's 50 plus, either 50 or 50 and a little bit more changes or additions to the Sinnoh decks, not the national decks, the Sinnoh decks. And then of those changes, there's so many Sinnoh specific, whether they're actually a new family or the thing they evolve into is from the Sinnoh generation, right? So it's like it tackles two issues at once. It increases the variety of Pokemon, which is one issue, and then not only that, it represents its own region or generation even more by its additions. Because they could have just added a bunch of stuff from Gen 3 and Gen 2. It's like, no, they kind of got the wise idea, like, hey, let's really display what the Sinnoh Pokedex should be. What's up, Ratbat? Another thing that considers that you have a Gabite, not a Garchomp, so its defenses are high. Ratbat, you're correct. You're correct. I'm being silly. Yeah. Apparently he's actually 27 according to Bulbapedia. That is outrageous. I understood you, Ratbat. Take 80% of what I say, especially with bitching and moaning. Take it for a grain of salt. I'm probably just like trying to get a laugh. Yeah, Cyrus kicked my ass here. Choo-Choo's been awesome. I rarely use, whenever I play Pokemon, I always tend to use like sweepers or Pokemon that, you know what I mean? I go first, I hit really hard, you can't really do anything. Bronzong or our beloved Choo-Choo has been nice because I can like set up, I can toxic them and I can like use Confuse Ray. And it's like, what do you do? What are you going to do to me? Cyrus looks like the 27-year-old man who was born in 1975. I went to what was it? Okay, there was a kid at my school named Rodney. And Rodney, I swear to God, in high school, like not freshman, maybe like sophomore year of high school, Rodney had like a full beard. He looked like he was born in 78. You know what I mean? It made no sense. DD Dex was 151. Is 211. The changes they made in Sinnoh Dex and Platinum were a godsend. No longer were people running vanilla teams comprised of Staraptor, Luxray. Exactly. You get exactly what I'm saying. Yes. Now, okay, the early game, is it? The early game, yes, there's like the Staraptor family, there's a Luxray family. They don't fix that, but it didn't need to be fixed. That's the first couple routes are showcasing Sinnoh. It's like all new Pokemon. But very quickly after that, you start to encounter Geodudes and Machops and Golbats and Psyducks, and it's like, okay, what are we doing? In Platinum, same kind of start, which is still fine. Like if you never played Diamond and Pearl, it's still a really refreshing new game, right? And then around like the second gym is when it really starts expanding. You know, there's, when I say around the second gym, give me some leeway there. So between the second and like fourth gym, it's like you can get Rotom, you can get Eevee, you can get a Gibbite, like really cool stuff. And then and Eevee kind of counts because you can get a Leafeon or a Glaceon. So we're gonna count it as Gen 4 because they got some Gen 4 evolutions. I can't decide if after this video I want to do because I think the big three for content, not forever, but for the foreseeable future, I think the big three right now are going to be Pokemon, Zelda, and Yu-Gi-Oh. So I'm trying to decide if I want to play Sacred Cards after this, and then the big thing, I'll just spoil it because you guys are so cool to show up to the stream. What I want to do is by the end of the month, I'm going to a wedding like on July 4th. So before I go to that wedding in Idaho, I want to drop the Gen 5 video. So I need something in the interim. So either I play Sacred Cards, which that's probably what I should do. I should play like Sacred Cards. And then I'll do the Gen 5 video. Such a strange man spouting such nonsense. The time and space of Sinnoh are filled with the memories and thoughts of countless people and Pokemon. This is a wonderful world. What need is there to change it? Oh yes, I found something useful. You should take this. It belonged to my granddaughter. But granddaughter? I wonder who. But she doesn't use it anymore. Sick. We surfing, boys. You can you can also get a Porygon in Veilstone City. Yep. Am I gonna play A to Z? I don't have a Switch 2, and I don't know. I've been playing these games sequentially, and like, I don't know. For the health of the channel, I probably should play something a little bit more contemporary. Not forever, but like, I should throw in some more recent games too. So I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. Only hate about Platinum is no Murkrow, Mischievous, Stunky, and Glameow. That's... Yeah, let me... Stealing that for the script, thank you. So, what's up, Perennial? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. I'm mostly lurking while at the gym. That's fine, man. Get a good workout. Appreciate you. Sacred Cards is super easy quick. Well, then let's do it then. I like that. It's a little bit of a palate cleanser before I get into Gen 5. Magmar time? Are you happy with the new squad? Let's go get Magmar. Where'd you say it was again? Pokemon Snap. I did. Fool. Fool? I have a Pokemon Snap video. You're not a true livid subscriber. Fuego Ironworks. Okay, let's do it. How do I get there again? North of Floraroma. Okay, thank you. This is why I stream. Look at how much help I have. You guys are like, you guys were AI before AI was a thing. Do I mention Pokemon battles in gyms? Or sorry, Pokemon battles in Pokemon centers. Because I think I could fight this clown. Yeah, I like these little battles in Poke Centers. I don't know why. Oh, cool. It had the, it had a little sparkle thing. Oh my god. On my adventures up the mountains today, a lot of Linkin Park was being played, and I was just like, somewhere I belong. I was rocking out, dude. They change every day. That's sick. What are the Pokemon in my current party? I'll show you. I probably should have thought about that before I started streaming. I could have put my party on like the right. I have like those two black bars that you're looking at. I could use that for something. Can get some real estate out of that. What's up, William Seabreeze? All my life, I never knew I could battle inside a Pokemon Center. Yeah. So what's cool about streaming these, especially even with ones I have played before, it's cool when I stream and you go, they tell you something, and you're like, no way, and yes way. The truth is yes way. My current team is Shu with Bashful Nature. And by the way, the theme here is we're naming them after Chimpokemon. Penguin. Beetlebot. And Choo Choo. And the rest are HM friends. Because it's Gen 4 and there's 4,000 HMs. If your wedding trip takes you to Coeur d'Alene, don't forget to stop by the lake. There's a sweet fireworks display every year. Like, what day is it though? Because this wedding is like during 4th of, or like, yeah, the timing is interesting, but it's 4th of July like, weekend is the wedding. Bidoof, I love Bidoof. Unironically, I love Bidoof. Belly, I like that idea. I think I'll do that for next stream. Unless you guys are, I could do it now if you guys are patient. But if you guys don't care, then we're good. The Dead Are Alive Paradise experience. Dead or Alive. Hold on, isn't that a fighting game? You guys know I'm ass at fighting games. The incessant need for HMs. Yeah, what's interesting is like by Gen 3 it already feels like, okay, you have a lot. Like this feels like a lot, and they add more. And the worst is like with Defog, other than where I just used it, it's this in one other area that you need it for? And Defog just trolls you because it just makes it makes battles longer. Like when I did Diamond and Pearl, where I really lost my mind was where me and opponent missed each other, I think 5 consecutive times. Like I missed, he missed, I missed, he missed, I missed, he missed, and I was like, what is this? What kind of nonsense? Like they knew what they were doing with that. You gonna do anything fun with the ball capsules for the video? Why? What are you thinking? That was a classic rage moment? Yeah. I was talking to my buddy about that because my friend, my roommate, he asked me why I deleted like a rage compilation video on the channel you're watching right now. And I was like, I don't know, because I feel like the people in stream know I'm joking, but then somebody who's never seen my stream, they probably don't understand my humor. I'm not saying I'm funny. I'm just saying like if I'm trying to be funny and you think I'm actually being mean, I don't like that. And he was like, F it. And I was like, I know, F it, but sometimes my mental gets in the way. And I'm like, but they don't get it. Of course I missed. That was good, Echo. That was good. You get 2 points. If you put your team next to the game screen, I suggest using Gen 6 model GIFs. They look clean and they move. Example. Let's look. I trust a link from you. Did you pick up the mag memorizer? I did. I did. Oh, wow. These look great. Will the white show up? Let's... Guys, hang on for 2 seconds. I promise I'll get back to gameplay. I promise. Pinky promise. Let's try it. Oh, oh, guys, look at this. Look at this. Oh, he's tiny. Hold on. Watch this. Watch this magic. Oh, boys, look at this. Oh, I mean, what are we talking about here? What are we talking about? Guys, come on. We gonna put the team up here or what? I got timed out of this guy's F-Zero stream yesterday because I said the game wasn't play tested. I was joking. See, but like, I'd only temporarily time you out if you disagreed with my opinion. See, I'm a benevolent streamer. Okay, well, Perennial, I'll need your help then. Can you get me my other ones? Because I don't know how you did this. Can you get me Choo Choo and Shu? Or no, you got Shu. Can you get me Penguin, Beetlebot, and Choo Choo, which are obviously like the real names? And go ahead and get me a Magmar. Please. Please and thank you. You put it in the Discord? Okay. Guys, just give me a second. I want to add this to the stream if you don't mind. You guys don't have a choice, though. Doing it. Making an executive decision. It's not democracy here. Am I going to change Rotom? So I could, but what that would require is me removing... That would require me taking off the gameplay, putting it on my DS Lite, and then waiting on the fan event things to distribute properly so that I can get it. It'd be another waiting around, and I don't know if you guys are okay with that. Come on. How many Pokemon are there with backward names? Oh, Rotom is motor. That was good, Echo. You didn't get me, though. You didn't get me, bro. Are you gonna change Rotom? Oh, sorry, I read that. You saw the link without a wild bot would appear. Perennial would never do that to me. By the way, thank you, Perennial. Wait, why didn't that work? I guess I have to do it this way. Almost done. Thank you guys for your patience. Can you get me for Penguin? Can you get me an Empoleon perennial, please? It evolved. Bad request. What are you talking about? There we go. If I ever did a Nuzlocke, this would be like a mandatory, right? Perennial, if you're still there, I just need Freezy Breeze. Thank you for the follow. You're working on a plan. Sorry, I don't mean to rush you. Just running a production here. Why is... Oh, do I keep... I'm messing something up. What's up, Stendhal? What's poppin'? Well, let me ask you something. First of all, a lot. Secondly, do you like the display with the team right there onto the right? Isn't that cool? Not the best time to learn something new midstream. What do you mean? I mean, I'm already done. It didn't take that long. Looks good. Thanks. Thank you, Perennial. Love them. Shouldn't they be just a bit smaller for the 6 Having enough space? Yes, but right now we're fine. Wrong way? What do you... Oh. Dang. Is there anything cool down there? Is it in the grass? Hold on, I want to see what's on the other way. Whoa, what's in here? Where am I? What is this? If you wiggle them in front of the battle screen, you can make them look like they're fighting your enemies. I'm in a meadow above Floroma. I'm not in heaven. I'm not in Paris. Oh, you're right. Whoa. Was this in Diamond and Pearl and I never went up there? Or is this new? It's cool. It was, dang. Don't I have to trade Magmar, right? Oh, there's where Magnemite is. I was wondering because I was considering doing no flyer. Pretty sure you get Shaman there via special event. Okay, we'll definitely do that, but for events, if you guys are wondering, I'm gonna do that after I beat the game. We'll just see what the experience is like before any events. What was it on release day? You know what I mean? Hey, I remember this place, or remember a place like this. It's like the Rocket Hideout. I'm gonna try to save some of these trainers for when I get a Magmar. Where are we story-wise? We have five badges. We just beat Cyrus at the Celestic Town, I think is what they call it. And we are now to go to that one place with the bridge. You want to catch Magmar first, then. I think most trainers here are unavailable. Where is Magmar? Oh, in the grass Magmite. Okay. Thank you. Shit! Can someone look up what nature are we looking for Magmar? Because I'm not going to EV train or anything like that, but I at least want like a decent nature. So, like, I'll take a neutral nature too, but... Modest. Modest, timid, or anything neutral? Okay. Thank you. Ratbat joins the ranks of my hive mind info people. Thanks, man. I didn't mean to do that. I'm coming back anyway with Magmar. It's fine. A little bit of a mistake. I have my dorks with me. So I don't know if it's gonna be... Oh, man. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. Go back to Floroma. What is a timid Magmar even like? Excuse me, sorry, I'm just going to light on fire real fast. It's funny, I was in the middle of explaining, so my girlfriend's like learning about Pokemon, and I was explaining, you know, a cool thing that differentiates some of the same species is like they'll have different natures. And she did like the logical thing, and she's like, oh, and I think I don't know if I said timid or modest. I think I said modest. She's like, oh, so like a modest Pikachu, and she thought a real... She went with what you would think. She's like, oh, is it like, so it's like more to itself? I was like, in practical terms, not really. I was like, it's just a thing for stats. I'm gonna leave behind. Ooh, no. I want my... I'm gonna take my XP share. I'm gonna place Choo-Choo in the box. Rare scene here, living making chat rage. Why? Because I didn't have enough spots on my team. You're having a hard time finding a clean one? Okay. Do you think people will lose their minds if we just leave the second form? What are they gonna do? Huh? But you have an Empoleon! What are you gonna do, dude? That's it, unsub. I'm already at 10,000, baby! See, I'm already, I'm gonna start acting like a celebrity. Can you guys even count to 10,000? I've let the fame go to my head. Gonna summon a Todd Howard fan who's also the third form enjoyer. That would be my kryptonite. If you got a Todd Howard fan who got a Switch 2 on launch night and criticized me not having an Empoleon on the PNG, that would be... I just shut the stream down and scream at that person for the next 4 hours. Do you even know who I am? Waited till you have to explain characteristics to her. What do you mean my modest Pikachu is proud of its power? I made a very stupid. I could have took Choo-Choo with me, who has heat proof, who has hypnosis, who could have put a status condition on the Magmar to make it easier to catch. Well, sorry. I've gone blind with imaginary power, yeah. I know this is a deep cut, but I'll try to explain it the best I can. If maybe you've heard of Kill Tony, which is a live comedy show. Maybe you've heard of it now, but back when I was watching like 12 years ago, it was There was nothing. There'd be like 300 views an episode. It was nothing, right? And there was this guy who unironically would wear a they called him the Iron Patriot. So that's a real character in Marvel's universe, but this guy called himself the Iron Patriot. And he wore like a $5,000 suit of the Iron Patriot. And to try to explain him is like too hard. You'd have to see it for yourself, but he thought he was an extra in a lot of shows in Hollywood, so he thought he was like hot shit. And then he quit the show because he's like, once you guys get on TV or get a contract, then call me. And like all he would do for the show, by the way, was he'd wear this Iron Patriot costume to their shows, and he would just interrupt it all the time. That's all he did. So then he quits the show. Do this right now. If you're bored, on YouTube, click on or type in Iron Patriot Kill Tony. And it should come up. To this day, he posts about Kill Tony 4 times a day. This guy's obsessed. So he tried to like, I'm too famous for you to the guys on Kill Tony, and now he desperately wants back in, but they've banned him. Did I bring my Pokewalker on the hike? No. The Pokewalker, I put the boy down once I finished that video. Thank you, Perennial. You're awesome, dude. Now I don't have to have the Todd Howard fans freaking out. Oh my god, that's what we should call my detractors Todd Howard. That's our Todds. We'll call them Todds. Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, everybody's a lot of people were making comments about how awesome the Pokewalker is. You know, the only thing in the comments of those videos, so people disagree with me about they don't think it's peak. That's fine. You're wrong, but it's fine. The thing I do disagree with is like sometimes I don't know if they're watching the whole video, because like I feel like you'd respond to a certain thing I said, but like I talk about how the Pokewalker actually really expands the roster a lot, like a lot, and people will still be like the roster's bullshit, and someone was like, well, I don't want to use the Pokewalker. It's like, I understand, I get that, but like that's like saying, well, I don't want to use a fire type in this game and then complain that there's not enough things that deal with grass Pokemon or something. You know what I mean? If it came with the game and you don't want to use it, I don't think that like it's a fair, like, you see what I'm saying? I will give credence to like, yeah, it's a little bit of a gimmick. That doesn't mean it's bad, but it is a little bit of a gimmick. It's a popular thing to hate on Johto for some reason. I didn't notice it until a couple years ago. Like hating Johto is, I feel like it's a relatively new thing. By the way, I always want to say on the internet, it's fine to not like everything, right? And I don't think people are wrong, and I don't think there's a wrong opinion there. If you don't like Johto, I think it's fine. The other criticism they had, that's more, I understand, is the level curve thing that happens in Kanto. But my argument is, like, let's have this discussion. We call it post game, right? It's after the main game is done, right? So it's I think the only post game that has an entire region with 8 more badges, right? Whether it's fast or not, or whether it's like, I don't what I'm trying to say is like the quality doesn't need to give me the same exact experience as when I was in Johto. So as long as you got your playthrough in Johto and you feel like that was pretty fun, yeah, cool. A little bit rough on the roster, but again, we're talking about a remake right now. So they fixed that, in my opinion. The whole thing with the second, even going back to Gold, Silver, Crystal, the complaint on Kanto is like, to me, what I consider post-game is like extra, more to do. So people are like, well, it's not as hard, and you could run through the trainers really easily, and there's not enough experience. It's like, yeah, but also what's cool about that is it makes it a little bit more difficult, whether intentional or not. It kind of makes Kanto like this, this true test, you know, because there's not a lot of trainers. So when you're battling these there's a lot of trainers, but their levels are so much lower, right? By the time you get to like blue and his gym, and then you go and fight red, like you're struggling. But then it's like, I feel like there's the same argument of like, oh, Pokemon games are too easy. Well, that kind of made it fun. That kind of made it difficult. It's a kid's game. I hear you. What's up, Sacred? Sorry, Sacred. I saw you message or say something. I didn't say hi. Maybe they just play an emulator or something. Can you even get Pokewalker stuff that way? No, you can't. So, Sacred, that's one person did reply saying, well, I just played the emulator. I don't have access to a Pokewalker. That'd be like playing Call of Duty and like on emulation from like a PS3 emulator, not playing online and being like, I don't get why people like this game. Sorry, I don't know if that's a good analogy, but my thing is like, you can't strip away something from its time and be like, yeah, that's fine. I'm allowed to strip things away and then complain about it. I will say I understand I get where people are coming from on the level thing in Kanto, but again, for me that was just extra. Like I don't know that needs to be like this concise, really deep thing when it's just extra. That's why we call it post-game. They added the Battlefront 2 to Heart Gold Soul Silver for difficulty 2, yeah. The only really gnarly level gap I found was with Gen 2 is the gap between post-game levels and Red's level 81 Pikachu. I understand that. My response, and that's valid. I think that's fine to bring up. But I said in the video, like, to me, it's like, I just loved going back to Kanto and seeing the differences. And then battling Red as a challenge. Yeah. You can... Right, but I don't... Maybe not everybody who does emulators knows how to do that, which, again, is not fair to the game if you're giving an opinion on it. People hate Sinnoh because all the issues you've already covered in the Diamond Pearl video is still my favorite generation. I had issues with Sinnoh. I did not hate Sinnoh. I think some people kind of they acted as though I did. A problem I really need to work on, by the way, is like I'll get so much nice feedback from you guys, and I hyper focus on like one little negative comment, which usually I can tell they didn't even watch the video. Like they just, something triggered them and they just like made a comment and left. And I'm like, okay, I could tell by the way you're structuring what you're saying that you didn't watch the video. Like, for example, people who are like, if you watch the Heart Gold Soul Silver video, I feel like I addressed the roster, and you'll still get comments like, they did nothing to fix the roster. They did nothing. They're so over dramatic. Like, stop. They did nothing to fix it. The thing with Kanto is that if you didn't play the original game, Fire Red, you don't understand why Kanto is a big deal. Fair. Johto endgame is really peak though. Yeah. My second team was Infernape, Mothim, Vaporeon, Rhyperior, Drapion, and Mismagius. I traded in from Heart Gold. Nice, dude. I'm gonna write you an angry comment before watching the video now, just to be a problem. Don't. Hopefully I've grown as a content creator by then where I can stop bitching about like the one. Because here's the thing. It's what I do when I do that, I'm being really disrespectful in a way, if you think about it. Because generally I have really awesome feedback, even if they disagree with me. When I complain about comments, I'm not complaining about comments who they say right there, like, you don't have to kiss my ass, but they'll be like, hey, I like your content, but I actually don't agree with you on this point. I don't mind those. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when they like make personal attacks. Or like, they'll claim I didn't address something when I did. It's like, well, it's not my fault you didn't watch the video. I don't know what to tell you. Don't listen to the Pokemon Crybaby fans, Libid. Your essays are good. Thank you, Eon. Appreciate you. You're right, though. But my girlfriend actually told me about that. She came over the other day, and she asked me how the new video was doing. I was like, it's doing great. And then, of course, I'm being a little bit of a baby. I mentioned like a mean comment, and she's like, you know, I'll look at when you upload, I kind of look at your videos and see how your views are doing. She's like, people are really nice to you. I was like, I know. She's like, why do you focus so much on like the one negative comment? And I was like, honestly, that's a good point. It's just a good point. Like, I wish I wasn't like that. Because I feel like it's kind of rude to people who are so nice. Like, why I should give them my attention, not the really mean ones. Choo-choo train's on fire? Nah, dude, he's sticking around. We got our boy. When it breathes deeply, heat waves form around its body, making it hard to see clearly. Sick. Inevitable. Yeah, so, Wes, that's a great point. As you grow, it's like, okay, per capita, everything's the same. So back when I made like the red and blue video, it's like 50 really positive comments, 1 mean comment. Gold and silver video, 100 good comments, 2 bad comments, and the capita is the same, but my perception is like, oh my god, man, like, why are people being, you know what I mean? It's nonsensical. Everything actually by metrics is the same as it was when I started. Mild. Is this good? It happens with every content creator, right? I've already grown a lot. Like, I think I'll be fine. This comes with the territory. This is good? Posting anything to a wide audience will always attract a few knuckle draggers that can't be pleased. Again, yes. This is why I have to be... That's the game I signed up for. It's a fair exchange. I think I'll be fine. And Magmar is going to be fine. What are we naming him? What's a Chimpokomon to name him after? Chimpokomon! Special attack up, defense... I don't think Modest does that. Doesn't Modest, like, lower attack and up special attack? Modest does something with special. I think Modest lowers attack, up special attack. I can't get mean comments if I don't post anything. What's a Chimpokomon? How you doing, Breeze? Ugh. Hold on, I'm gonna get the PNG ready for us. By way of Perennial. Don't worry, Wes. That is literally the only natures I remember, because so much of when I would shiny hunt, for whatever reason, I'd hyper fixate on. I wanted natures, but I didn't really care about DVs or anything, or IVs or whatever you call them. But I wanted at least the natures to be right, and it seemed like everything I liked, all that mattered was like Jolly, Modest, Adamant, and I think it was like those 4. I'm breaking the habit tonight. Been listening to a lot of Linkin Park today. Can you guys tell? One thing that's going to help me too with content is on my weekends, I'm going to try to, if I'm not, me and my girlfriend want to start camping more. I live in a beautiful area for it. And I lose service. So that'll be a nice escape. You know, I try my best to do a video a week. Sometimes I can't, you know, sometimes I can't beat the game quick enough, or I don't want to beat it quick like that. You know, I want to like enjoy it. But at the end of each week, I want to like go camping if it's nice or something, or just get away a little bit. I do genuinely love this. I really do. But I also think I got to stop myself from myself sometimes. Because I'm so, dude, I'm kind of crazy. If you guys can't tell, I'm kind of crazy. It's like I can't even watch another person make content like this without me going like, I get super like, well, I want to make a video now. You know what I mean? I have to watch like history videos or sports videos, then I'm fine. I'm like, okay, well, I can't be messy, so I'll give up that, you know? We're gonna get back to gameplay here really soon. Just give me a second. If you're not good as Messi, you didn't try hard enough. How do I get Thunder Punch? Everybody get hive mind. Amass around me. How are we gonna make Magmar awesome? Can't escape. Oh, you bastard. Leave Choo Choo alone. Choo Choo, no! By the way, somebody asked about Chimpokemon. It's from when South Park made fun of Pokemon, but it was like 20 years ago. Magmortar can learn Thunderbolt. Okay. Magmortar, do you have to trade with the Magmarizer? And is there any reason, you know how back in the day, if you traded a trade evolution Pokemon too early, it like wouldn't learn any moves, but then they changed it? Should I keep Magmar for any amount of time, or should we evolve it right now? That's not the case for Magmortar? Okay. Perfect. So we could just trade it right now? We get it. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. You guys ready? I have the second DS all ready to go. Look, my Pokeball Special Edition. Second DS. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, it was like $400. It's cool. Can you tell I have no kids? It's cool. I always kept Magmar and Electabuzz till level 40 before I evolved them, so I had to grow along with the journey. Okay, I understand that. I get that. It probably would be easier to trade with that Soul Silver we used for the video. I admittedly did the same thing with Electabuzz. I used one in Platinum playthroughs. So you would intentionally not trade it till a certain time? Rat, I don't think you've been here much before, and I've been asking people. Same with you, Breeze. Would you guys be interested if I did a Nuzlocke, or is that not your thing? I've just been asking because, like, I don't think a Nuzlocke would be fun without an audience. And I think it's fair. If you're not into them, it's fair. But, like, I wouldn't want to do a Nuzlocke without people hanging out. They can learn the TM for Psychic. Yeah, that is weird. There's weird ones like that. Like, can't Lapras learn, like, Thunderbolt and Psychic, too? I haven't played a Nuzlocke myself, but I've watched many of them, so yeah. Same. I've consumed a lot of Nuzlocks, but I haven't done it myself. The only thing is, like, I'm so late to the party that now people are into, like, randomizers and stuff like that. It's like, oh, I just wanted to play Red. Like on either my physical one or... Which, the thing I'll argue against on that, like just playing a real either Virtual Console Red or my physical cartridge, is that I think having to grind and stuff is not exactly the funnest experience. So being able to, on an emulator, speed through it, I can maybe understand that. Just end up playing an emulator. Nuzlocke to me are melatonin, but that's because I don't like how the rules are set up to me. Maybe it's my autism. Yes, it can, as well as all but the one hit KO moves. I like Nuzlocke. I personally suck at them though. Please have Sarah be by your side as you go through. Where's my Chipokemon? Perennial, thank you for getting our other ones ready. Here we go. Okay, so Magmortar. Wes, if you're in the Discord, what's a good Chimpokemon name? Gunrilla? Yeah, because there's not really like a fire one here. Oh, it has cannons? Oh, okay. I didn't know. I kind of forgot what Magmortar looked like. I think this will be fun in the video. Because this was not intended, by the way, but all throughout my videos are Austin Powers and South Park references. I guess I'm just a product of my time. So this will be fun, you know? Yeah, we're doing Gunrilla. I love gold. Magmarizer. Oh, Perennial, if you're still hanging out, could you get me a Magmortar, please? With DSs, do they have to be facing each other, or can they just be near each other? Oh, I know who I'm going to trade over. We're going to do another... I'm not even going to film this, but this will be for you guys. Make the TS's kiss to make sure it's stupid. I have a little surprise for you guys. Anybody who's in the know. Yes, you got it. Yeah, Platinum takes us at fucking sweet ass time. Look, Soul Silver, we're already ready to go. We've been ready. You know, well, it's got to save Magmortar, you see. I mean, it's going to be such a huge addition to the team. The answer is no, they don't have to be kissing each other. Oh, it won't allow it. Oh shit. That's a good point. Well, let's hope I have a Sinnoh Pokemon, because I forgot that. I have a Geodude. Okay, we'll trade a Geodude. Give it a try. Well, I'll try. I wonder what it says. Ah. Is it gonna do it? It's gonna do it? Wait, can you get an Executor? I wonder if they added Executor. Okay, I have the Sinnoh decks up with the new edition section. Or maybe it was part of the base game. I think at this point Game Freak didn't care anymore. Look at our beautiful boy. Whoa. New sprite hype. Perennial, are you still there, buddy? Are you there? We've got a new Pokemon. Perennial clutch. Thank you, friend. That's so funny how you put that, Wes. Like, Game Freak just doesn't care anymore. Well, that's not part of the National Pokedex. Who cares? They'll never bring it back, Sacred. They'll never bring it back. That was crossing the Rubicon, dude. There's no going back now. It's over. Sacred, I think that's what I'm thinking about. I think I'm thinking about that. Okay. We're just gonna give him the XP share till he gets similar to our other ones. Have any TM so we could teach it. Yeah, Fire Punch isn't great right now because it's physical. So I'm not sure when it learns. You're fine, Perennial. I appreciate you. Yeah, so we'll have to fix that. I don't know when it learns like flamethrower or something. Wes, we will. I just wanted to, before I did those trainers, I wanted to get the mag mortar so that we can train it up. Okay, well, sweet. Problem solved. We'll go back there. And then the last one will be Glaceon. God damn it. Stop. Stop! Sorry, I need it like to be the HM user goes at the back. You worded it. You're fine, Wes. Wait, what's back this way? Hidden treasure, cool. Did anybody in chat get a Switch too? I think I asked last time, but we have a few more people here. Oh, for like, see, yeah, you're... You're doing like a Christmas hints. Oh. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Okay. No, because I have a mortgage monster and no Fire Emblem killer game just to justify. What's a Fire Emblem killer game on the Switch? So Magmortar can learn it too, but what does Rotom's learn set? Rotom. The ideal moveset for Magmortar would be Flamethrower, Thunderbolt, Sidekick, or Shadow Ball. Okay. I already used a Shadow Ball on, I believe, Rotom, because I wanted to give it a better ghost type attack, and I didn't know what it learned, and that was maybe a mistake. That was maybe a mistake. I'll own it. So it learns Discharge at 50. Are we fine with that, or do we want do we want to put all of our eggs on the Gunrilla basket? Oh, they put GameCube on the Switch too. Right, but like what's available right now? Right now, Rotom knows Shockwave, which has Stab. So maybe that kind of makes up for a little bit. And then at 50, it'll learn Discharge at 80 with Stab. Oh, but like, oh, when you said Fire Emblem Killer, I thought you meant like there was a competitor. Would you, Eon, so you sound like you're more versed with Fire Emblem. I've always been on the sidelines wanting to play Fire Emblem, but I've only ever played like 2. If I wanted to play Engage and like it even more, the impression that I got with, I didn't beat it, but what I played of it, it seems like it harkens back with a lot of nostalgia to the old games. Do you think I would enjoy Engage better if I kind of played from the old games and worked my way up? Because there's a lot of references to the old games, like the characters and rings you can get. No. Oh, I didn't expect that answer. What do you guys think? Okay, so Thunderbolt, Gunrilla or Rotom? Maybe it's because I'm a casual, but I had fun playing Engage. Again, I didn't beat it though. Magmortar honestly needs the coverage. Okay. Gunrilla, okay. Let's get rid of... We're gonna get rid of, Listen, I never use Fire Spin. I never use that move. It's a very unique thing. Engage has managed to be so divisive in the community in a unique way I never seen similar to Final Fantasy 13 in a way. Are the old games worth playing? Fuck yeah, got you. But you're saying they're not why I should be playing the old games. I should be playing them because they're good, not to make Engage feel better. Is that what you mean? I know I don't shut up about capsule monsters, but maybe that'll give you more of an itch. Fire Emblem Master. I don't care if you bring it up. Look, I have the memory of a goldfish. You can bring up capsule monsters every few hours, and I'd be like, oh, what? Which one? I haven't used Fire Spin since Gen 1. I remember, like, when I was a kid, everybody's like, whoa, Fire Spin, because it sounds cool. It sounds and looks very cool. And I remember a lot of kids my age using it back then. But, yeah, I never use it. What are... Eon, if you're being fair to the people that don't like Engage, what are things they don't like about it? One of the things I thought was a little bit weird was like that one anime character chick with the like star stickers on her. I was like, that's a little bit weird. And then the I like the memes of the Crest toothpaste with the blue and red for the main characters. I thought that was weird. It felt very anime. Which maybe it's because I have been turning into a little bit of a weeb and watching more anime, but like I didn't love it, but I also was like, this isn't ruining it for me. The story, okay. Well, that might be a good point because I don't remember anything about the story. I mean, I probably played like 70% of it before. I think I had to go back to work or something. And the designs, okay. Colgate-chan. Colgate, that's what it was. What anime have I been watching? So I've been kicking it a little bit old school. I've been watching Yu Yu Hakusho. I finished the Dark Tournament, and I don't know what to watch next. My brother has a bazillion recommendations, but yeah. What's up, Icy Vegeta? How you doing? I enjoy Fire Emblem Engage, but I'm a casual Fire Emblem fan. Only played Awakening before that. Same. So as a casual, I actually didn't mind. I thought Engage was kind of cool, but there were so many references and images of old characters. I was like, oh man, maybe I should have played the other games because I want to know who these characters are. I'd probably enjoy it better. So that's why I asked Eon about that. Yu Yu Hakusho is so goated, yeah. So Poochie, I don't know if you saw my Oblivion video, but I made a little reference to Yu Yu Hakusho in there because like right when I was doing the arena in Oblivion is when I had just finished the Dark Tournament. Considering your love for soundtracks, I recommend Samurai Champloo for anime. Okay. Yeah, my love for soundtracks runs deep. To this day, I've barely touched Persona games, but I loved, and I want to change that soon, but I love Persona music. Samurai Champloo. Okay. So, by the way, how about what's the anime with soccer? Because I've been seeing, my brother talked about it. He says he loves it. And then I saw an article today when I was in the shower. It said that like how an anime revolutionized soccer in Japan. If you're wanting more shonen, I highly recommend Hunter x Hunter. Do you think I'd like that because I liked Yu Yu Hakusho and it's from the same guy? Watching you play Platinum while I play Platinum. Nice, dude. Who's your starter? What's your team looking like? Do you like my team? Sorry. No, this way. Yeah, that way. Probably more onto Yu Yu Hakusho Spiritual Sun Bleach. They announced another Persona remake. Yeah, P4. That, in fact, that's the only P4, or sorry, that's the only Persona I've beaten, was that one. I played a little bit of 5. If it sounds like I play a lot of games and then stop, it's true. It's because I had a problem, like a bad problem with that. Making content has helped me so much. I'm conquering so many things because of content. Now that I've made it part of like what I do, it makes me finish, because like I need to finish it so I can talk about it. I can't talk about a game I only beat halfway through. It's never that I didn't like the games I didn't finish. Very rarely. There's sometimes I play a game and like, what is this bullshit? But a lot of the times I'm playing great games that were highly recommended, and I just get distracted and life gets in the way. But you know, then you can quit your 6-figure job and just do what I do, and then you're forced to do it. You didn't like the look of it, so thank you, Onio. So I gotta say, I was a little bit skeptical of that trailer too. One, I thought the trailer wasn't that great, kind of like an awkward like running for like 4 seconds down the street. I kind of like the old look with like the little characters with like a little bit oversized heads. I don't know, I like that. And now that he's like the main character was like normal size, it seemed weird. I was like, it's not how I'm used to seeing it. One day you'll finish Witcher 3. That was Witcher 3 is the last game I did before I came home from work to start content. I was in the middle of playing it, and I didn't finish it yet again. And even though it was remade in 2011, it still feels very much like a 90s anime aside from the art. Well, Poochie, I think that's good for me because I think I have an affinity towards the 90s animes because I remember hearing and seeing them a lot as I grew up, but I never got into them. Largely due to, honestly, like a negative bias. Like, I was always like, whoa, weird. Where are these? Because, like, maybe I wasn't biased in the 90s, but by the time I was in high school, I was like, you kind of got picked on if you watched anime. And I was unfortunately susceptible to, like, social pressures. So now I'm kind of going back and all those... Because my friends like that stuff, and, like, I just wouldn't consume it because, like, I didn't want to get made fun of. And now I'm an old man. And I'm like, I'm going back and rediscovering that stuff. I'm like, this is why people loved it. Like, when I finished the Dark Tournament, I stopped watching Yu-Gi-Oh! Now, I didn't quit on it, but, like, it was such, like, oh, my God, like, an ascension. And, it was great. And I had to take a break. It was just too much. The stylized colors and colors of P4 go to, yeah, that's what I mean. It's like, I already love its style, so it's weird. But, like, I guess from Atlus's perspective, it's like they need to justify a remake, and you can't literally just... It would have to be a remaster if you barely touched anything, so... I mean, the good news is I'm pretty sure... Isn't P4 Golden, like, already great? Like, it's always gonna be great, right? I get you, man. Anime wasn't super cool, and except like it is today. And, I know exactly what you mean with the 90s style. Born in the mid-90s, so I grew up with Toonami and Adult Swim, same. Yeah. Yeah, like, that's what's cool is, like, I kind of felt it in my senior year, and maybe this is just anecdotal. it felt like video games and anime by the time I graduated high school. It felt like when I left high school that a lot of that stuff was totally acceptable. Like you could like whatever you wanted. And I don't know, you know, people always poo-poo on different generations of kids. And I was like, I don't know, that's pretty cool. I guess you would still consider them millennial, but flamethrower, hell yeah, dude. Our mag mortar is so sick. I forget how generous Platinum is with TMs. Yeah, the earlier we got Thunderbolt, and I just was not expecting that. Mr. Fuego. Well, hello. It's not often I get a visitor here. I try to make the Ironworks run better with moving tiles, but no one was happy about it. They said the moving floor made them dizzy, but you don't want to listen to me whine. Here's a souvenir. Star piece, nice. Magmortar will come in very clutch against Byron and Candace. Sick. Yeah. So I already have that was now that's crazy. Getting Earthquake, what right after the second or third gem is absurd. I should have a section in there. Hold on, so how much of that is a difference with Diamond and Pearl? I know Earthquake is different, but is Flamethrower and Thunderbolt different, or could I have gotten them at the same time in Diamond and Pearl? That was probably sorry, I see. I saw what you said. That was probably Captain Tsubasa, the soccer anime. If it's newer, probably Blue Lock. Okay. Would you recommend one or both? Are you talking about Fooly Cooly? Listen, I watched. So that's a big story on like adolescence and stuff. That hit me when I was like in the middle of puberty. I can't recommend, like, I haven't watched it since then because I do not know if my adult brain would ever relate to it anymore. Because I remember how random it was that I watched it, but I did watch Fooly Cooly, and it was beautiful. It was beautiful. I remember crying. I cried watching it. I think I related too much, dude. Some of the gaming catalog really cuts far into my personal free time. I will give a few of those a try eventually. What do you do for work again, Vegeta? It's still good. It hits from a different perspective for me, at least. Love the music in the background, how cinematic everything is. So what I remember most of it is, I don't know why. So I related to the main character, but what I remember is like, I don't like that the alien chick. Listen, I'm talking about something I haven't watched in 20 years. So I'm probably not remembering it right. But it like I remember feeling I remember feeling the main character's jealousy when the alien chick he likes was with his uncle. And I was like, I think there was like girls I liked at the time who were with my friends or liked my friends didn't even like them back, or like they didn't like me. And I think I had all these questions about like, well, what's wrong with me? And I feel like the main character, it was kind of like that. I have Fully Cooley posters and the actual pillows, physical CD, and the manga. Am I remembering the show right, by the way? Is that detail at least right? I'm kind of scared to watch it because I think I have a little bit of that jealousy in me. My girlfriend and I like watching trash TV, so 90 Day Fiance, Love Is Blind, but I don't like cheating narratives. I don't like when people are unfaithful to each other. And she's like, there's this trash TV thing for like a what do you call it? Couple, a polygamous couple. And she's like, would you watch this? She knew my answer, but I was like, no, I don't want to watch that. Oh, no, not polygamous, polyamorous, right? It's like where, I don't know what I'm saying. It's where like a bunch of people, they all have access to each other. I'll put it that way. I flipped out when it implied they were fully cooling. Yeah. Did you fully cooling her, bro? You don't like the dynamic, that's fair, yeah. I'm not making a judgment. People are into what they're into. And I told her that. I was like, I'm not, like... I don't want a law against it. I don't like it. I'm actually going to lead with Gunrilla. I think he can handle himself. Polygamy, multiple wives, polyamorous, multiple lovers. That one. It's that one. I don't think I like either of them. I always joke around. It's like I've never cheated on a girlfriend. And I never will. One, because I think it's awful. And two, even if I was like that, I'm so bad at time management. I wouldn't have time for two women. Two women? How do people cheat? How have you not built a company? If you can build a company, then maybe you have time to cheat. If you don't have a company and you cheat, like, how do you have the time? How do people find the time? You ain't got time for one. You're a humble shoe salesman. That's right. Do you, what kind of shoe? Why is it hard to say? Shoe sales. Shoe sales. Need to go to Iron Island in this game to get rock climb. You don't have to complete it though. I'm on the right track to go get it, right? Thank you, Wes. I operate a store owned by a small family. We have a few locations in the Northeast. I keep up the inventory transfers, the day-to-day store needs, normal, boring retail stuff. So you sound like a manager? Or are you like, would you call yourself like logistics? Or all of it? Lady Gen Z teens in shape. Nice. Do you make okay money? Like, is this company growing, or are they kind of like just keep business as usual? Look on the face of my show now to use a fax machine. The business itself, it's on the decline. I'm looking to get out within 2 years so I can pursue my dream of operating a family farm. Whoa, let's talk about that. Do you have the property? And you're speaking your family, like you want to make a farm for you and your family? Yes, we have a countryside property with 10 acres and various indoor growing facilities to grow things out of season. I've been doing it for years as a hobby, so that would be great to retire with. Do you think it... So it's definitely something you could viably do if you did it full time? I have very loose knowledge of that industry. That was a... did you see that seal with the music? Seals should be a thing forever. That's cool. They should just do seals all the time. It should be mandatory. Pick a seal. Pick one. What I was gonna say, Vegeta, is like, I know the margins are small with farming, right? Do I have that right? Or is like, could it be lucrative if done right? Dude, don't... Yeah, there are ball capsule seals, dude. Did you not see the flowing music that burst from that Pokeball? Oh, Eon. That's cool, dude. Eon, is this yours? Do you own that? So, I know I'm talking about Nuzlocke again when nobody asked, but another cool thing, if I did a Nuzlocke and I did it on legitimate, like if I did it on Virtual Console, we still have time, if I did it on a Virtual Console, to send it up to home. Because I don't know when the servers are shutting down, but that's cool to think about. Is like, these are like pieces of like video history, you know? I think if they existed, Game 3 would actually use them more and let. It can be. I'm mostly out of passion. It makes good money, but you have 12-hour working days in peak season. Not for the faint of heart. Yeah, but like, okay, I can sometimes do like 12 to 16-hour days doing content. All whatever form it is, you know, playing the game, writing script, editing, making a thumbnail, right? But to me, it's like when you do a full day of farming, at the end of it, like, yeah, it was hard work, but like, are you like, do you feel trapped and like you just can't, and like you know what I mean? Because like I don't feel that way when I do this because I love it. If you do the same thing when you farm, I think that's awesome. And it's yours. Like, this is what's so cool is like, it's my YouTube channel. It's like my content. Like, you have all the accountability. It's kind of scary, but there's something I like about like, I'm in control of like I love it. I love it. They blame Wi-Fi and letters for the seals, but Game Freak is lazy. God. And I hate that, I don't think any of you guys are like that, but this is like, they're kind of soft lying thing, because people love these games so much that like they'll go crazy if you say anything about them. But like what they did with, they couldn't just say, of course they can't come out and say, hey, we want to sell you back Pokemon in the form of DLC. Of course they would never say that. And I'm not exactly saying that they need to say that. But their whole thing about like, oh, sorry, in Sword and Shield, it's just so hard to animate all of these Pokemon, and we're just a small indie dev company. It's just too much. So we had to make a smaller list of Pokemon that we're going to animate so well, and you're going to see why we focus so much on these Pokemon. It's like, then you find out they copied them from X and Y. And the animations are kind of trash. And then it's like, when I remember there was somebody that asked them during that whole thing, they said, oh, so in the future, you'll have all the Pokemon back. And they go, no, actually, no, not in the future either. So it's like, oh, so this had nothing to do with the excuse you just made. You just don't want to have all the Pokemon available. Okay. But then you'll still get people today. They're like, oh, leave Game Freak alone. They're just a small indie dev company. That's so many Pokemon to have to have animated. Oh, man. Did you not see what Game Freak brought to the Xbox showcase? What'd they bring, dude? Now I'm super livid, yeah. Well, it's funny, there's like a little civil war going on that I'm seeing with people like, they're like, my perception of newer Pokemon is I'm not happy. And I've actually played more newer Pokemon than I have Gen 3 and Gen 4. I know that's hard to believe, but it's true. We're still Platinum, as the title of the stream is named. I never played it. So we're still in the era where I'm like, wow, Pokemon's awesome. It's cool. And I played newer Pokemon, and I have issues with it. And it's funny, we're gonna see how my channel goes, because there's some people who are like, everything Game Freak has ever done is perfect. And I'm like, well, even the ones I like aren't perfect. Red and Blue aren't perfect. Gold and Silver Crystal aren't perfect. Ratbat. Magmortar is an absolute beast. Beast of Reincarnation. Complete new IP for Xbox. Looks really good. 2 questions. 1, what does that game look like? 2, what's the game that they're saying looks like Bannerlord? Because I only saw like a little bit of a snippet of it. And I like Bannerlord, so I was like interested in that. Livid, you're being mean to my billionaire friend. I have a paradoxical relationship. That's funny, dude. The only thing is, as a competitive battler, the latest games are so great for raising competitive Pokemon as compared to the prior generations. It saves literally hours. It is unfortunate the rest of the game had to suffer in runs on 15 FPS. Yeah. That's my big flaw, is like I have no knowledge of the competitive game, and I don't think it really affects videos, because I think people, if they don't figure it out quick, they should, that I'm usually talking about the single player aspect of these games. It's funny, Poochie. That's what I thought you meant, and I read it like that in my head, even though I said paradoxical. I don't know. I think in every one of my videos, at the minimum, I acknowledge a criticism. Like, maybe I don't always agree with the criticism, but I feel like I acknowledge it. Like, going way back to the Red and Blue video, I talked about how people call those games broken. What I consider broken and what somebody else considers broken, I think, are different. Because what I consider broken is in a casual playthrough. You haven't played in over 20 years. You want to play Pokemon Red because you're nostalgic for it, right? And you play through it. The only thing you as a player who has very surface level knowledge of the game would ever encounter, and you may not even notice, like, if you never knew about the missing no glitch, you're not going to stumble upon that on accident. Or at least very unlikely. Not enough to say that the game is broken because of it. It's very unlikely you would stumble upon that sequence of things, like talking to that old man again. Why would you do that? You know what I mean? About the only thing you'll run into casually in Red and Blue is, like, you know, some of the things that were intended but not made great. Like focus energy. Focus energy just doesn't work. It actually, I think, works opposite to what it's supposed to do. That I understand, but I acknowledge that, right? But then I don't think a few little things like that are, like, you know, people will call them unplayable. Stop. Unplayable? They have certain things that are objectively broken, but in a casual game, you're not going to notice, right? Like focus energy, you will encounter that in casual gameplay, but it's rarely used in the game. It's rarely used in the game, and you're actually not going to, like, you're not going to notice. Like, you're just going to assume it's bad luck. That I give to you 100%. That is broken in a bad way. But again, it's not that frequent. It's not going to ruin your experience. It's not enough to call the game itself broken. They do the same thing with wow, I'm an idiot. Oh no. Beetlebot, no. They do the same thing with Ocarina of Time. People will point to the speedrunning community, be like, look how broken that game is. It's so terrible. That's why Breath of the Wild is so much better. It's like, we can field which Zelda is the best Zelda. I'm fine with that. Like, I just played Majora's Mask. That's like my new favorite game of all time. That game is incredible. But taking the speedrunning community, who you will never encounter any of the things they do casually in that game, and being like, see, these games suck because they're so broken. You're out of your mind. How you cannot differentiate that in your logic is weird. Not to glaze you, but I think you're one of the better channels that'll make retrospective type comment. You actually share criticism and not always just give a counter argument. Thank you. Thank you for paying attention to that, because I not to glaze myself, but I agree. Like, if you don't see me criticizing something, it's probably because I didn't feel the same way as maybe the online general populace feels about a certain thing. Like, hey, you didn't, like, criticize this thing. It's like, probably because it didn't bug me that much. But yeah, I'm not going to fence ride. I'm not going to be like, ooh, I have this opinion on something, but it's going to upset people, so I don't want to say it. It's like, I don't know, man. I'm going to speak my mind. And then thank you for the personal story thing. I was always on the fence about that. I just said I'm not a fence rider. I was on the fence about that because I was like, I don't know how, as a viewer, if you go, why are you talking about yourself? I don't care. But then I thought about it. I'm like, hold on. I'm only talking about myself for like 40 seconds on a 30-minute video. And I think it's nice to establish, like, what are my biases? Why do I like something? Like, why do I like Kanto so much, right? Like, why do I like Gen 2 so much? To somebody who hasn't played Gen 2, I think I get a lot of very fair comments that are like, I didn't grow up with Gen 2. I can't excuse the things you can excuse. And the Diamond and Pearl video was a great example, because Diamond and Pearl suffer from a similar thing as far as roster that Gen 2 did. And because I don't have nostalgia for Gen 4, I was like, well, no, the roster's not, there's issues here. I don't even want to say bad. It's not like awful. But I thought of that. I go, you know, that's a similar thing people say when they play Gen 2 and they have no nostalgia for Gen 2. And I think it's kind of objective to just say, yeah, the roster diversity in Gen 2 is, we're talking Gen 2, not the remake, is not amazing, right? So that's why I like to add the personal thing. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to do that forever if I have something. If I didn't grow up with a game, I just say that up front. Like, I have no bias here, or none that I think would affect the game. I have no personal history with this game. I'll just say that, you know what I mean? But if I do, I like sharing a bit of myself because, I don't know, it's interesting. And it's also a part of me into the video. And like in the Heart Gold Soul Silver video, when I talk about how I was a troublemaker in school, what's really awesome is if you read those comments, there's so many people who had a similar experience as me. And that's cool. Some of us just want to enjoy the games we're playing, right? Yeah. As a former Mario Kart Wii time trial speedrunner, I take no offense in bashing speedrunners breaking games. It's so I love speedrunning. I'm not criticizing the idea of breaking a game. I am criticizing if you try to use those arguments to like shit on the game you're talking about. That's where I'm like, you can't take speedrunning logic to a casual argument, meaning is the game objectively good or not to a wide audience, and be like, see, it's so awful because you can do this and this in speedrunning. It's like you can't put the control in that person's hand, and they're not gonna know what, infinite sword glitch. They're not gonna know what the hell you're talking about. I think the stories you've shared for a bunch of your content are still relatable, shared experiences, so it just enhances your perspective and creates a connection with you and the audience. Thank you. I agree. Definitely. And definitely there's always people who kind of relate to me, but like the Heart Gold Soul Silver one was like lots of people were mentioning that, and I like that too. Not to get too corny, but it is true. I'm talking about the experience of playing this video game, whether it be in the past tense, in a retrospective sense, in a contemporary sense, right? But playing a video game is an experience, right? And then if it relates to your life, I think it's okay to put a little anecdote in there. And people honestly people receive it really well. I'm actually kind of flattered. Relatability is a plus minus, yeah. And Poochie kind of makes a point too. It's like, I used to watch a lot of retrospective content. I don't really much these days because I'm usually doing something for my own channel these days. But yeah, I don't usually know of a lot of channels that do like the little personal anecdotes. They kind of speak in a general sense. I think they give a lot of their opinions. That's true. I don't know. I'm really liking how everything's going lately with content. I'm really happy. Super Mario 64 16 star versus 99% of players collecting 70 stars or more just enjoying the game, yeah. Also, I just remember Pokemon Battle Revolution. Will you be playing that? It's too late and you probably wouldn't have been too interested anyway, but after beating it you can download. I will never say no to anything, whether that be Pokemon or anything else you guys want me to play. Hold on, I'll say no to like Fortnite and Minecraft. I'll say no to that. a level 10-ish Surfing Pikachu, and a level 50 Magmortar Electivire. Surfing Pikachu was always cool to use when I replay Platinum. How do you get a Surfing Pikachu? So anyway, I don't want to say no to Battle Revolution, but from everything I've heard, and wait, what do you mean it's too late? Why is it too late? I know I'm in Gen 4 right now. When I start Gen 5, I think it's okay to go back and play, like I haven't played the pinball game for Gen 3 yet. It's fine. I have a playlist for Gen 3. So I try to go in sequence. And I think I'm going to go in sequence for main series games. But as far as like if I haven't done the puzzle challenge game, I haven't done Ruby Sapphire pinball. It doesn't mean I won't play them. I haven't played the mystery dungeons. It doesn't mean I won't. Why would you so League of Legends 12-hour stream yet? So I used to torture myself. And here's the crazy thing. I used to play League of Legends a lot, and I used to take it very seriously, and I sucked ass at that game. I was terrible at League of Legends. I think the highest I ever got was gold, but I will say it's fun, like back in the day at least, because I played Dota on Warcraft 3, and when League came out, I mean, I was part of like the beta players. Beat Pokemon Battle Revolution first, then you receive a code to download a Surfing Pikachu to your Platinum Diamond Pearl game. It's level 10 and you have a Rotom, so it's not worth it. So hold on, could I just get the code off the internet? 2012, 2015 was League of Legends CGO peak. That's around the time I was playing League. I think I'm right. Back, I've been playing. I had played League so early on that I think like the first expansion character was Akali or something. I think I'm right on that. I might be wrong. I used to, by the way, if you ever remember APE, listen, I think I have a claim that I may have invented that, because I vividly remember not knowing it was a thing. I remember my friends, we were playing in the portable, because I think League's been out since what, like 2010, right? Let me look. October, yeah, 27th, 2009, yes. So this makes perfect sense, because I was in Tech Club, and I remember like the feeling, right? Because in my Heart Gold Soul Silver video, I talk about how I was doing a bunch of online work, right? I was still in the midst of doing that, but every now and then, because I was in the portable doing online classes at Tech Club, and the guy who ran Tech Club was an adult. His name was Dave, and he was the systems technician for all of the school district, because I'm from a small town, so one guy can basically run everything. And he would use Tech Club for manual labor, but then he'd let us play games in the portables, and he had his own portable. It wasn't part of a class. And we used to play, you know, StarCraft 1, we'd play League of Legends. And I remember I'd be working. I'd be like doing online classes, and all my friends with Tech Club would come in and they'd be like, hey, do you want to play League of Legends with us? And I'm like, I can't. Or like, they'd be like, hey, we're going to play one more game before we leave. Do you want to play? I'm like, okay, I'll play. And then I'd stay. Dave would let me stay in that portable till like midnight, when he definitely wasn't supposed to. But again, small town, we all know each other. I'm getting the keys to the portable. Nautilus, Leona, Alistar, Zara, authentic Tech Club experience. We'd have Smash tournaments, yep, and eventually had a mini fighting game tournament at my house. One of my favorite Tech Club memories was, I mean, I have a million things from Tech Club. I remember that's why I want to do a pod so bad, so I can get it all. I want to get all the stories collected. I want to make like little shorts of it, because I think it's funny. But I love Tech Club. I was on the soccer team. I was on like I was in the knowledge club. My favorite ever was Tech Club. I have more fond memories of Tech Club than I do in soccer, and I still loved my soccer experience, but Oh, Eon, now your Game Freak post makes sense. Now I get it. And that's a fair, how in your meme you talk about Nintendo. That's very fair, because I remember when Tears of the Kingdom came out, people were emulating it on their Steam Decks and it looked incredible, and it just ran like shit on a Switch. It's like people hate it, but I don't think it's unfair to be like, Nintendo deserves blame. There's drawbacks when you make, I don't know, because the Switch was cheaper, right? But it's cheaper for a reason, because it's not as powerful. And it's, I don't know, I'm sitting here making that's the thing. I've stood strong. If you watch that Switch 2 video I made, I said I don't really have a problem with the console price. I kind of understand that. Still underpowered compared to other handhelds, but hey. I do when they still charge for online. See, but that was the crux of my argument, was like, okay, fine. Console price, okay. Then you add on paying for the tutorial, then you add on the online, then you add on keycard games. It's everything that comes after where I'm like, what are they doing? Can we talk about the absolute extortion that is a subscription-based online gaming? The extortion that it is now, or the extortion that it will be when everything becomes online digital only? Because that's coming. People like me screaming into a void. I mean, you guys get it too, but sometimes it feels like you're screaming into the void. There's people my age who should know better, and they're like, what? Then you won't have to collect all your games. It's like, yeah, and then they'll demand you pay them an online subscription that ever increases forever and ever, and you'll have to do it if you want to play your games, because you don't own anything anymore. And then you have to deal with the dumbest arguments. They're like, so you own the IP to Zelda now? Like, no. When have we ever claimed we own the IP to Zelda? We're talking about owning a game, like the physical game, not the IP on it. Imagine defending a corporation for any reason. I'm going to destroy my own argument a little bit. If you're like a shareholder, I get it, right? Like I like stocks, I like investing. From a shareholder perspective, that's the thing, is even from a shareholder perspective, there's like, sometimes the short term seems like it's important, but then it would ruin the long term, right? So like what I mean by that is, right now, there's so much good faith with Nintendo, even right now. Because, I mean, look no further than people who bought on launch day, right? We are being objective, but certainly not people who just love the product, right? Time will tell if the console continues to sell well. But if they destroy their good faith, that might be trouble. No one has a back catalog like Nintendo. I couldn't agree more. That's the thing. And Nintendo better protect that with their life. Never cross promote, never. Which, I mean, not like they need my advice for that, but like, you're right. The only time I ever buy Nintendo products is for Pokemon and Zelda and like sometimes Mario, they have a catalog that's like incredible. It's crazy. Do you guys know that like Microsoft wanted and was close to buying Nintendo back in like the late 90s? Gaming, that's the thing. I have to give Nintendo credit. I think gaming would have gotten worse quicker if that would have happened. Their games work out of the box without patches. Well, let's see how long that lasts. I always point to Anthem as a funny one where it's like they basically crowdfunded the game. A AAA studio crowdfunded the game, and they were like, and if you don't play it, we're not gonna finish it. So they just like they didn't get the player base, and they're like, nah, well, now we're not gonna finish it. It's your fault. The audacity. I love it. In a sick way, almost like a lolcow way, I love EA. Oh god, I love EA, you know? I am abusing this guy's Lucario so bad. Sorry. Never forget them for taking Pandemic out to Back to the Pasture. Yeah, oh my god, I know. Yes and no, because here's what I'll say about Pandemic is like I love Mercenaries 1. Mercenaries 2, and then I gotta say from what was leaked about Mercenaries 3 like a long time ago, I don't think I would have liked it either. So it's like there's 1, but then okay, so there's a Battlefront, there's Destroy All Humans, you know, it's still sad. And there's no telling if they would have fixed, you know, Return to Form. It's a Wild Steelix is crazy, by the way. Can we just talk about that? Wild Steelix? Riley's probably my favorite of the stat trainer because he's good to grind up some levels with. Yeah, these are great opportunities to level up because of the healing after each battle. Like that's sick. I would be terrified to run into a shiny Pokemon with Riley though. Lucario kills it. Oh, knockout his Lucario. That's fair. Other than an AoE attack, can you directly just hit his Lucario? And I wonder what that conversation's like. Sorry, dude, I had to. Take a playthrough of this. I attacked every tag trainer's Pokemon to see if they had more Mons in the back. Only the female character, Barry, passed the test. Female character and Barry, yeah. The explosion animation is so over the top. Do I have space for the Riolu egg? No. I wasn't going to use it anyway, so it's fine. I already decided I'm going to do Glaceon. I should have sent that Magmortar. Wow, I'm all alone. Come on, Beetlebot. Speaking of Beetlebot, reminds me of BattleBot. It's always a franchise I've like thought about trying. He'll just chill at the end of the dungeon, waiting till you take it. Always found that weird. Like, he could have waited at the beginning, and now I gotta run through this whole place again. Are you sure? I thought he waited, he will go to, like, the entrance, but you're probably right. I mean, you're usually right. Metabots, yes, Metabots. What did I say, BattleBots? That's the one where... Yeah, definitely not interested in battle bots. Because I couldn't create anything. The battle system gets some taking used to. Never played, but what I thought I remembered from it was like you could like change the pieces on them. There's something I like about that. Wes, I want, man, I wish there was like a deeper manager mode for FIFA or EAFC. I've been playing, I think EFC 24 because that's the last one I bought. I like doing like little realistic. I kind of do it like a Nuzlocke. I put like little realistic restrictions on it. Like the other day, I did. I did a financial takeover Paris FC because like I guess the richest guy in Europe bought them and is gonna like build them up. And I was like, okay, so I did the same, but then I suck at the game. But I just wish you could do. I just wish it was deeper. And I know it's not the moneymaker for them, so they're not gonna ever touch it, but. And there's some American baseball. There's some baseball games that are pretty deep on that aspect. But I'm new to baseball. Like I was never like that big into baseball. I don't hate it or anything. But I'd have to get into baseball more, I think, to like those games more. Because I think Major League Baseball, or there's some game where it's like entire focus is on like the manager aspect of it. You can still play, but it's heavy focus on the managing. Yeah, there's 4 parts: head, 2 arms, and legs. Every time you beat a trainer, you get a random part for their bot. That's cool. My friend does that, but with teams lower down the division, takes kids from being big clubs and climb the ranks. Yeah, so I've had that same thing, but I also wanted to do a free agency version of it where I take like older players that like are kind of like either they're almost like take an MLS structure and put it in the Premier League or, you know, English second division. Guys who are on the out, you know what I mean? Or free agents and stuff like that. Because you got to figure the club doesn't have much money for transfers and stuff. I've been, you know, it's always fun to like, usually I favor playing in the English tier because that's the one that has the most tiers and the most iconic clubs. It's like, as far as number, right? You think of, you know, Bundesliga, Liga, you know, Serie A. There's like a handful of big teams, but it's like when you look at the Premier League, it's like every team is kind of like, at least for an American perspective, I feel like we know those teams better. Ted Lasso, that is so popular here. So many people like Ted Lasso. It's funny because I remember the skit they did like 10 years ago. Probably longer, probably like 12 years ago. That was funny. It was funny. Like the idea of like, in a comedy sense, like they accidentally hire an American football coach. That's funny. Lava Plume. I mean, I'm sure this can't beat Flamethrower, right? I wish I would have known I was learning this. Okay, I'll get rid of Feint Attack just for PP's sake, so I have more PP to spread around. I'll get another Fire Attack, but I can get rid of it later. I'm just never gonna use Pursuit. What's up, Love Yourself? Love Yourself, hey man! I went to go watch a stream the other day. Do you have it on subscriber or on member-only chat? No, they added them into FIFA 1 year. You could be him as your manager and have Richmond as your team. Some big names on the show. Oh, that's cool. I've also done like a, I haven't done it, but like one I want to do is like maybe play in the MLS, be a manager of an MLS club, and you know, only go after like, again, aged players out of Europe that are almost about to retire. The only thing is like FIFA will still, like, as far as money, if there's a player that's like 38, like if you wanted to get Benzema, I think they still want like 100 million for him. Like, I'm not paying 100 million for Benzema. I might be wrong on that though. I might need to get better at negotiating, but they'll be like, we want 100. I'm like, I'm not paying that much for a 36, 37, 38-year-old striker. I'm not doing it. Not member only, but subscriber only. Only 5 minutes. Too many non-subber trolls. Oh, first of all, sorry about that. Secondly, I'm pretty sure I was subbed for longer because I'm not calling you a lie. But I was definitely subbed to you. But I understand you doing that. Anyway, welcome in. Did you do anything this weekend? Bro's gonna spray his PP, yeah. Wes, do you think that the Wrexham dream stops in the championship? Do you think that's where the dream ends? Yeah, 1000 is only subs. I've been having issues with membership stuff lately. I submitted a trouble ticket to YouTube. Okay. Okay, well, I swear, I am subbed to you. In fact, I might not be subbed on like the Livid channel, but like I have a channel, not a channel. I have an account that has YouTube Premium. I'm subbed to you on that one because I want to be able to, you know, have, you know, some distinction, and I would have told you it's me, but that's the only reason why your stream popped up, is because I'm pretty sure I was subbed to it. And then when I went to click, I thought it said members only, and I think when I went to click sub, because it might have said subscriber only, but it said you're already subscribed. So I was like, okay, well, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Yeah, it's weird. If it happens again, I'll let you know. How I miss a sleeping enemy Quagsire. Go home. I know. I'm embarrassing. Try going for them in the last 6 months of their contract and then getting them free start of the next season. I always do like that, like Ronaldo and Messi, so when they retire, their regen spawn in my country. What's their regen? Will they come out of retirement? I stream Wednesdays and Sundays. It'd be super cool to see you. I've plugged your channel on my freedom streams. Thanks, man. Wednesdays and Sundays. What have you been streaming lately? And what'd you do this weekend? Speaking of very nice things like that, love yourself. This YouTuber named Jimothy commented in my comments. It was very nice. Love yourself. Why don't you... Have you thought about making any Pokemon content? You seem really knowledgeable about it. Stardew on Sundays. My Wednesdays stream vary, but right now it's Deltarune. What is Deltarune? I had thought about making a Pokemon vid. What are you thinking? Tell me. I don't know about Undertale. Yeah. I want to play Undertale. Is Deltarune the sequel? Is that why he said that? I thought I saw something like that on Steam. When a player retires, their data gets randomized and put into a youth player. Use scouts to find a kid with very high potential, and their nationality and chances are you found their region. Whoa, what will their, like, will it have like a funny name? How do they do that? And is it like Messi and Ronaldo? Is it just them, or do they do it for like all the players? And by the way, how many seasons do you think I could feasibly play FIFA Manager mode? Could I do like 10 seasons if I wanted to? Deltarune is an adjacent game to an Undertale, so not a direct sequel. The game had 2 chapters, but 3 and 4 finally released after a few years. So I could play so Undertale is completely, like, everything for it is already out. I can play it in one go. Is that what you're saying? If I wanted to play that? Yeah, okay. I know it's first world problems, but, you know, I don't always play on stream. I'll play, you know, off stream. But it's, again, first world problem, but sometimes I hate it because, like, I want to capture the gameplay footage, but I want to lay in my bed. I'm like, dang it. So I was going to play more Platinum last night off stream, but I knew I was coming up on story stuff. And I'm like, I have to get the story stuff footage because it's different than Diamond and Pearl. Not a sequel, no. Some of the same characters, though. I describe them as 2 sides of the same coin. Huh. What are your initial impressions? Every player gets it. So the season they retire, they become a random youth player. New name, but position nationality stays the same. So I got them in England, so their regen spawn there. Think manager mode is 15 seasons max. Oh, man. What does it do after 15 seasons? It just says no. And hold on. Their regens... New name, but position and nationality remain the same. So I get them in England, so the regen spawn there. So you'll find like a Portuguese star in England. I love them both. I prefer Deltarune though. Really? And it's new, right? Wow. Also, love yourself. I was checking out a few of your other videos, and there's a compliment, but it's not surprising you have kids, but it's you look like younger than I do, and you know you're. I think you said you had a son that was graduating high school, and then we've talked about your daughter and stuff, and it's funny. It's almost you just look so young. It's funny. Deltarune was released in 2018. Okay. But like Eon said, 2 more chapters released. Got you. Okay. I thought it like... I saw it on Steam's homepage. I thought it like just released. My son is in college. He'll be 20 soon, but thanks. Yeah. It was a compliment. I always have... it's crazy he's 20, because you look like you're like 28. I always have youth scouts set in England, so it just tells me, then look at their position, odd that a Portuguese kid would pop up in England. Messi, Ronaldo aren't good examples anymore. Yeah. So tell me your, what do you think of a Pokemon? I'm curious. Or have you'd like to do one, but you don't know, you don't know. Their overalls aren't OP anymore, but like look for anyone that starts with game 90 plus and keep an eye when they're almost gonna get a call a day and get them in England so they're reborn there. Yeah, Wes, you're right. He just waits right there. Guess he's just gonna wait there forever. Wait, did he give me rock climb? Where do I get rock smash? Or rock climb? Ah, right here. So when I tried to do my Paris FC manager mode, I had to move them into because I was playing EA 24. I had to move them into the first division of the French league. And because nobody wanted to play for me. I had $1 billion. And nobody wanted to play for my club, dude. I'm like, don't you guys see we're on the come up? Pokemon video would be a little less conventional for me, my series, since its theme of grief and loss aren't as obvious as many other games, but like you'd like to talk about nostalgia, how my late daughter and brother both love them. Okay, so you I'm glad you brought that up. So you want to keep like a concise like theme or topic within the games you're covering? He gave it to you at the beginning. Regis Steel Room. Am I crazy? My games always discuss how I analyze them through the eyes of a bereaved parent, hence the series name, Gaming with Grief. Is there a game that like of the Pokemons that kind of speaks to you in that vein? Wes, it's saying rock climb is on Route 217 outside the house. The story of Cubone. Oh, that's smart. That's so smart. Gen 1 and 3. There might be it's not exactly in the narrative. Cubone Lavender. That's a great dude, you should do that. That's such a good I don't know. Yeah, that's such a good idea, dude. It's right up that alley. That's such a good idea. You got me excited about it. Where the hell is 217? It's the hiker in the blizzard. Remember? Okay. So it's fine. We got a bunch of XP. It's fine. I forget what this gym is. Pokemon doesn't display its themes of grief front and center. People think they're just cutscene kid games. I was gonna say, see, we thought on the same track. I think you can add to it because I mean, some of it is. It's not. I don't know. I don't think all of it was intended to be super deep, but like you can add, like you can say that. You can say like this may have been a small moment in the game, but it means a lot. Like themes like these can mean so much more. I don't know. I think it's cool. Steel? Okay, thank you. Look at Magmor. Gunrilla is already level 38. We got him at... He's already my highest level Pokemon. He does have experience share, though. I will say that. We'll give Beetlebot experience share now. This is what I typically do if I have more than like 4 Pokemon is I'll kind of pass around the experience share, try to keep them all kind of within level. You know what I mean? Oh, I forgot to switch. God damn it. I keep forgetting I'm tormented. I have at least 3 videos to finish before I can even think about taking on Pokemon. You got any teasers for me? I know how you feel though. Like, I'm having fun playing Platinum. I'm excited to make the video, but I have been excited for Gen 5 for a long time, but I want to do that, and I probably want to play a Yu-Gi-Oh game. Then I can play Gen 5. So it's like, I got to stay focused on the games I'm playing right now. There's nothing stopping me from like going out of sequence, but like, you know, Love Yourself, you have a theme you're going for. For some reason in my brain, like I want everything to be with main series Pokemon. I want it to be sequential because I think it's really valuable. I can compare and contrast as I go up the ages, you know? So it's like, I could just make a Gen 5 video right now and I can come back and do Platinum later, but I don't want to. Working on Stardew one now. I also built a cabin on my property and almost ready to start editing a video on that. That's sick, dude. Would it be on your current channel? Videos like that do great, don't they? I think you're right to do it chronologically, thank you. It makes sense going in order for consistency, yeah. I agree. Now, when I do non-main series games, I'm fine going out of sequence. Now, I might go in sequence if it's a series, like Mystery Dungeon, I'd probably go back to the beginning and work my way up. The pinball game, I've already done the one pinball game. So now I can play the second one. But in general, I can go out of sequence with those games. do Sun and Moon next? No. No. If my opinion doesn't change on Sun and Moon, it's going to be one of my most critical. Here's the thing. No, it won't. No, it won't. I'm saying all that. No, it won't. Because there is a lot I like about Gen 7 in theory. I'm going to get fired up. Anyway, but it might be a very negative video, so it'll be interesting to see how it's received. You've still played Gen 7? You don't need to. You don't need to. And it sucks saying that, because I do mean it. I like the location. I like how they did like the boss Pokemon, whatever they called them. They still have megas. I like the Pokedex. I like the design of the Pokemon. But if we're talking about playing a video game, I do not like playing those games. It beats you over the head with hand holding and tutorials, and it's so unbelievable. It's the only game in my life that's ever given me genuine, and I hate saying this, but it's true. It's the only game in my life that's given me genuine anxiety to play it. Why? Because you're constantly being beat over the head with interruptions. You can just enjoy the older women trainer designs like me and not play a bad game with too many cutscenes. Yeah. You like my bangs? Shut up, Ian. You only see them when I'm angry. That's what I want to. That's what you want to hear. I have Decidueye and Violet, so I'm good. That's what I was gonna say too. Is like you can still enjoy the Pokemon from Gen 7 in later generations. Keep my bangs? No. I'm chopping everything down. Enjoy it while it lasts, because the wedding is quickly approaching. I didn't mean to do Thunderbolt. I meant to do Flamethrower. I remember there's a quote from Masuda that says, like, Pokemon can't look too cool. And it's like, you look at Magmortar, Scizor, you're like, there's definitely some cool Pokemon, dude. I love Scizor. It's sick, dude. What do you think of Mega Scizor? Is it your wedding? No. Well, looking in Magmortar was not what I was expecting to hear on today's stream. Scizor's ties with Blaziken as my second favorite Pokemon. Let's be fair to Gen 7. What's our favorite Gen 7 Pokemon? I think mine is the Yangoose. I think it's called the Yangoose family. It's not to get political, but I like its second evolved form. It's got like the Trump haircut. I have a shiny one that I call Trump in a luxury ball. Como-o, nice. Vikavolt, oh, Vikavolt is sweet. Oh man, I might have to change it to Vikavolt. The president Pokemon, yes, 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 yes. It's so funny. I like to do little like if I ever shiny hunt something, I try to get like a theme. Like I have a shiny Dialga with a time ball. You know what I mean? A fun thing I did was in Scarlet and Violet, there's that like there's that machine that makes Pokeballs, right? I think I'm like vaguely remembering it, but I have the DLC and I don't even remember it. But you could get all sorts of crazy Pokeballs in it, and I would like find ones and go into that wild area. And my system for shiny hunting usually has to do with breeding these days, because that's how you can, you know, I have a shiny Ditto with perfect IVs. Destiny now, you guys know what I'm talking about. Breeders know what I'm talking about. You can pass on everything. And then I find a normal version of a Pokemon, breed it like 10 times to get like the perfect IVs on that Pokemon, and then that one and Ditto, you know, birds and the bees, and I shiny hunt. But I put the original because it'll have the ball of the non-Ditto Pokemon. So I just catch whatever that is in a Pokeball that I think would look cool in its shiny form. Are you guys tracking? Are you guys understanding when, you know, picking up what I'm putting down? Shiny hunting is so easy in Scarlet Violet. I casually get 3 shinies, Porygon 2 last night. Yeah. That, and then I got the shiny Charmin Legends Arceus. And it's funny, I was showing my buddy at work something one time, because he's new to Pokemon, and I was explaining how, you know, I was like, oh, I got the shiny charm thing, and it makes shiny Pokemon appear more. And as I'm in the middle of explaining it, I was just like casually flying around, and then a shiny Stantler was just like, because you can hear it sometimes with the flute, and good too, because sometimes you'll just miss if it's a shiny. But luckily I was gonna miss it, but then the little flute went, and I kind of looked over, and it was a green Stantler. Yeah, I get that. Making sure your shiny Pokemon is in the Pokeball of your preference. I do the same thing. Exactly. You get it. Picking up what I'm putting down, you're definitely a veteran, yeah. What are some... What branch were you again? I think you were Army, right? Love yourself. Because there's tracking. Picking up what I'm putting down. I mean, AWOL, everybody does that. Air Force, okay. When did you get out, by the way? Yeah, there's too many sayings. Yeah, too many sayings, too many acronyms. You're still in? I thought you were out, dude. Are you enlisted? Did 13 years active, been in the Guard for over a year now. I'm an E7. Nice, dude. Good job. How many years of Guard do you have to do to get full retirement? Because you're grandfathered into the old retirement, right? So you'll get that 50%. At least, unless you do more. My AirPods died. You don't get 50%. It converts to a new point-based system when you switch to Guard. Okay, so what's your plan going forward? I think how it was working for Navy people was that, but I don't know how it worked if you went into the reserve. But with the Navy, as long as you stayed, if you were grandfathered in the old system, you'd still get retirement based on the old system. I thought is how that was working. But again, it might work how like you're talking about if they moved into the reserve. But it's like, man, I don't see a reason how they have it now. I don't see a reason to do 20 years enlisted in the military if they don't have the same kind of retirement. It's funny, Magmortar is like, or Gunrilla is He's just the MVP now. It's crazy. He's completely taken it over. Oh, it's its own weird thing because he worked for the state. It's not federal. Okay, and the reserve is for the Navy. Huh. Yeah, that makes sense. The reserve is federal. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. It's weird that National Guard, because like National Guard, you still go to an army boot camp though, right? And there's like army structure. So like what's... But then the president also has say over the reserve? Electivire? No, because I already have Rotom. And then where do you even get Electabuzz in this game? Isn't it not till late? There's my boy. The beach before the last gym, yeah, that sucks. Dang. I'll make a video discussing my military service at some point, I'm sure, yeah. I sprinkle mine in, you know. I mentioned it in the mercenary video, but that made sense because I was in the military and I was a contractor, so it's like it was appropriate there. And I'm sure I'll bring it up in the later Pokemon videos because usually I talk about it whenever those games were out and I played them for the first time. Like Platinum, I can't really talk about. Like that and Diamond, I think Diamond I talk a little bit about high school, but Platinum, I have no memory of Platinum. Zero. Like no like retrospective memory. But when I talk about Black and White, it's gonna be fun because that's when I was pushing carts at Target, so that'll be a fun thing to talk about. And then I don't have a memory of Black and White 2. I think I must have been in... When did those come out? Black and White 2 release date. Yeah, so I was military at this time, but I mean, I was too busy probably. In fact, I think I was literally... North America, October 2000... October 7th was like the day I left boot camp or something, or very close to when I left boot camp. So way too busy to play it. The only game I remember playing back 2012 timeline-ish. No, I have this all wrong because I left boot camp late 2011 because I was playing Skyrim. I remember, I went to boot camp in July of 2011, graduated MA school October 2011, and then in the interim, like one of the holiday standouts, because I was at Lackland, by the way, love yourself. I was at Lackland Air Force Base for dog handler school, and I was playing Skyrim when it first came out. So, but I still would have been busy in 2012. Like that would have been my first command. Figuring out how to be a sailor. Yar. Yes, I was an MA with a MWD NEC. I coincidentally finished the Pokedex for this game Platinum during my first deployment. Yeah, it's probably had a lot of time, yeah? A lot of time on your hands? You were there for a few months before, yeah. It was funny because, you know, Air Force Boot Camp is there. And sometimes their A school, I think their security forces school is also, you enlisted May 11. That's crazy because July, it was a few months later for me. So dude, we might have been at Lackland the same time. Isn't that crazy to think about? Okay, yeah. Okay. Close though, close. Keesler. Did you ever know a Kessler in the Air Force? Kessler. Kessler. Oh, I thought this guy was going to battle me. Not that I recall. Okay. I think you guys were two totally different jobs. So I'm going to record right now, but I don't think anything changes from the story at this point. Wes, if you're still there, or Love Yourself, you count too. Let me know when like the story changes start happening, because that's what's going to be relevant to the video. I just don't like a raw recording going on forever and ever, so I try to just do it in pieces. Helps for editing because I can get to the thing I want to talk about quicker. Okay, Gramps, I brought Lift Plat. Like I said. All right, I'll be out of here. Okay, I get it. Everyone's finally here. Everyone listen. You may have forgotten already, but I study the evolution of Pokemon. But the more I study, the more mysteries appear to multiply. Pokemon that evolve and those that don't. What makes them differ from each other? Do those that are immature as living beings evolve into ones more mature? If so, what do we make of the legendary Pokemon that don't evolve? Are we to assume that legendary Pokemon are complete as creatures? This is where you three come in. In the 3 lakes south of Sinnoh, there are said to be Mirage Pokemon. If we can obtain data on them, it may shed light on how the process of Pokemon evolution works. I need help from each one of you on this grand undertaking. Help me find these Pokemon that are considered to be mirages. What are you saying? I didn't get a Pokedex. That's crazy. This guy never got a Pokedex. Whoa. What's up, Endrish? You dropped a bomb. Where you been, fool? What, just because I don't stream Magic anymore, you don't want to hang out, man? How you been, buddy? Nothing new now. Lake rescue time. I think the only difference is now is the map changes to Regice Cave and Snow Lake needing rock climb. Okay, so when will like distortion stuff happen? Because that's, I mean, really that's the only time I need to record. Because I think the rest of the stuff I can do is just normal background stuff and use images. You've been busy half the time I get home from work, you're done. Okay, fine, fine. Valid excuses, you have a life and everything, fine. Distortion stuff will happen to the spear pillar. Okay, thank you. All right, so I don't need to record for a while. You're on vacation starting next week. Nice. How long? Record the final galactic hideout in Veilstone. Cyrus is a 6 speech distortion only at Spear Pillar for climax of Team Galactic. Okay. Is it a speech? Is it a different speech? Nice, Endrish. Did you take a week off? Any particular reason? You got an event coming up, or you just wanted to take a break? Oh, Looker, that's right. That's right. Final Fantasy set in Magic. Are you gonna get a couple boxes? I gotta do a Final Fantasy game for the channel because I want to see if I can get anything going because I'd really like to play that series. I got 2 came in today. Are you gonna crack them or no? By the way, the Discord, if you're still in it, you're more than welcome to post whatever you want in there. So if you want to show your polls. You already did? Okay, anything cool? Are you a big Final Fantasy game? Is like there's a favorite one you have? Like I'm already excited for it just because I'm not gonna buy any, but I'm excited for it because I played a few. I've played 7. Wes, that's a great point. I saw a guy do a retrospective on Fire Emblem, and he's got the same issue I do. Even though you say that, and it's true, I still do this thing where like I want to play, like I want to go in order. 7, 10, and 9 are your... Oh, and Tactics are your top favorites. Are you pretty stoked about the Tactics remake? I'll do a video on that. It's funny, the only, like... I feel like the only newer games I'm playing... When I say newer, they're just remakes of older games. Like, I did an Oblivion video, but... It's a remake of an older game. Ooh, Gyro Ball. Is this any good? The user tackles the foe with high speed spin. The slower the user, the greater the damage. Well, I'm slow as shit. Choo-Choo's slow as... Choo-Choo's super slow. Final Fantasy games goated. If you guys could collectively vote, which one would I play for the channel, you think? Gyro Ball is also on Bronzong? Yeah, like this is good, right? Good for Choo-Choo? Okay, what are we getting rid of? We have... Here's what I like about Choo-Choo. I like having Toxic, and I like having one of these disruptive abilities, or moves. Hypnosis or Confuse Ray. I feel like Hypnosis will let us... I don't really plan on catching any more things, because I already know what my last Pokemon's going to be. You don't like Confuse Ray? I was going to say I want to get rid of Confuse Ray because I feel like it always fucks me over. I'll successfully land a Confuse Ray and then just nothing ever happens. They always get through. They never hit themselves on confusion. Okay, let's do Confuse Ray. Thank you, guys. 10, 7, and Tactics. 10, 7, 6, Tactics, okay. I think the one I'd play first is 10. My brother really wants me to play that. And I think I'd like it. I think the graphics still look good today. And didn't they do like a remaster? I think I own it. Wes, in this playthrough, I normally do like Confuse Ray, but I feel like when I've been off stream, every time I use Confuse Ray, I may be able to like say one time they've hit themselves on confusion, and then it never does. 1 through 7 are good. Skip 8. Play 9 and 10. Okay, Endrish. If I want to play 1 through 6, or 1 through 5, which ones are the Pixel remasters? Do I play those, or do I play... Because there's so many versions of the first few games. And I don't want anybody to be like, this isn't how you should play them. You should play them like this. And I don't want to play multiple of of one game. I just want to play one game. Play the Pixel remasters. I have the first 12 Final Fantasy games. Still haven't played them. Let me ask you, do you have a Steam account? Because I think I know your problem. Pixel remasters have done well, okay. Yeah, Icy Vegeta. Every stream I talk about so many games that I own I haven't played, and it's like, I really hope the content thing kicks off, because I'll have a lot of games I don't have to buy. Pixel Master 1 through 6 is great, from what I've heard. I own them on Switch. My Steam Deck backlog is even worse. Yeah, mine is, I think I have... I mean, I gotta look. I'm kind of scared to look. I always say it, though. It's like, it's fine. Retirement will be fun. Retirement will be good. I have 443 games. Yeah. I will say, it's very rare for me to buy something full price. Very rare. I have a rule. You can add games to your wish list, and I will only buy a game, and you can sort by the discount. I will only buy a game I'm really eager to play, or I know I want to play in the future for 50% off or more. Sometimes a game has not impressed me enough, and maybe the reviews are, I'll wait till you're 90% off. Then I'll buy it. Resident Evil on a huge sale. I think, let's take a little break. I think, hold on, can I share this window? I don't know if I can share this. Shit. Hold on. Okay. Well, that's the thing, Andrish. I might already own them. Wes, do you have any opinion on UFL? A free-to-play competitive football game that provides an exciting and fair sports gaming experience? They just announced Resident Evil 9. Ah, that's why. Somebody was talking about Resident Evil yesterday from one of the reveals. Yeah, I own Resident Evil 1, 2, 3, 4. The original 4, 5, 6, Resistance, and Resident Evil 2 Revelations. You've played UFL, actually. What is your... What do you think? I haven't played the Outbreak games on PS1. Are they good? They need a lot more to challenge FIFA. Dang. Just want to make sure. I thought I owned the Resident Evil 2. Oh, it is the new one. Okay, yeah. I own the new Resident Evil 2, the new Resident Evil 3. And then I'm not sure which version of Resident Evil 1 I have. And then I have the remake of 4. Don't ask, guys. Guys, don't ask. All right. And yes, I've not played any of them. Resident Evil 2 remaster got my wife into the remake series. You have the remake of 1, I know. How do you know that? You were you snooping? Lord knows PS football have been zombified as a money printing card collector from Konami. Yeah. Well, you can't say much different for FIFA, but or EAFC. That's why, like, whenever they make the FIFA game, like, I'm sure it's going to be just as soulless as FIFA. Like, I'm not really like getting my hopes high on that. I have a game in my head. If it exists, let me know. But I have a, like, it wouldn't be a sports game. I almost think of it like mechs. Like, it's a mech sport game where, like, the sport is like BattleBots but Gundam. Like, there's a person pilot in it, and like there's teams for different countries, or because I like to think of it as like in context of Earth, and you battle. It's like gladiatorial battles, but the pilots survive, kind of thing. And but I would. The gameplay would focus, and maybe it'd probably be turn-based, but like the gameplay would focus heavily on the management. Like, you own everything about the club. You own the armor core. But let me get this part. Like, you own a sports team, right? It's not just the battling. It's like owning, signing contracts with pilots. It's adjusting ticket prices or something like that. That'd be kind of sick. I know. Like, I've been thinking about this. I'm like, this would be cool. And I don't know if there's a game like that. I mean, I'm sure I'm like drawing from a bunch of different games that maybe don't have all of this in one, but like, and the reason why it wouldn't be sports is because it would be impossible to get the rights to all the things. Like, the issue with making a sports game like that is, like, people want to play with, like, with Yamal and Mbappe. They want to play with these huge names. But a company that wants to make a really good sports game, they don't have the rights to the characters. The players, right? But if, like, you do it in a sci-fi or a fantasy way, you can do all the cool, like, management things you want to do, and there's not like a longing for the real version of something. Rocket League is the best soccer game. It is just isn't really soccer per se. Right. I guess my focus is more like, I love the idea of, like, owning a sports team. Like, that sounds really fun to me. But I still want I know that I still want the gameplay. Like, for example, I could just play, like, Football Manager, but I want to play the game too. Like, I want to play it. Remake of 1 is like 10 years old, more of an HD remaster compared to it. Okay. Because they don't sell 1 on Steam, got you. Apparently FIFA is going to 2K to continue the series. Should I be excited about that? Because 2K isn't even like, it's not even like the 2K of the mid 2000s, right? They kind of do EA shit these days. Okay, so this Golbat is just gonna, like, solo me, because you're gonna land all of your confusions when I can't land any confused checks. How many in a row is this? That's where my variance went. All of the hits on confusion went to the AI. It didn't have any left for me. $2K is kind of doo-doo these days, right? That's what I hear. I'm like a casual basketball fan. I'm trying to get more into basketball. And my buddy who likes basketball a lot said that like 2K these days is trash for basketball. Channeling 3 frag Sonic Boom martyrdom deaths in the universe into that livid damn moment. It's just stupid. It's got to be in the code somewhere that like when player uses it, it's less successful. Like, don't take my variance. Troll AI, I swear to God. I swear. If you look at the color palette of these Pokemon, they're so similar. Like, Shu is darker and it's like a dark blue. It's pretty similar. Dark blue and dark purple are pretty close. And they both have red like chins. Ultimate Team in FIFA 10 basically killed online sports gaming. Unless you're dropping like 300 plus in these games, you aren't winning in the top divisions. Yeah. I stopped a long time ago. I think it was cool at the beginning because it was mixing my love of like card games and sports together, and that was fun. And it wasn't just in my head either, because I remembered it being like you could do free to play. Now you're right, it started then, but apparently I watched a video on this, people who still play a lot of FIFA like online games. Like the Ultimate Team and stuff like that. They said there was an era where like you could still play free to play, and if as long as you were like better, you could still beat opponents. But now it's so ridiculous on it's scripting now, or it's like, you know, if you don't have the best top tier players, like everything you do is just gonna be mud. That it's like someone who's trash at the game but has a lot of money is gonna beat you. I hate that. Okay, I was supposed to be paying attention to what he said. I don't know where to go. These poor Magikarp, dude. It's just grindy as fuck. I don't know, man. I watched this video, and this YouTuber who seemed popular, and all the comments agreed with him, said that it's like not possible now. The like by your home. Okay, thank you. I remember they did, back when Battlefront 2 had first come out, somebody did the math, and it was like, you'd have to play the game for like 4 years if you played free-to-play to unlock all the skins. I play a lot of eFootball. Everyone in the top 100 has pay-to-win players. They release $150 packs a week for the whales to keep the game afloat. It's sickening. What is eFootball? How'd they get the rights to like Messi and Yamal? I don't know how any of this works. Because then I saw Ronaldo. Look, there's like Man United on here. Inter. How does that? I don't understand how any of the licensing works. Oh, it's PES. Okay, okay. Konami owns it, right? Which says a lot about it, right? Why do you play that and not FIFA? Oh, Wes, I liked all the memes coming out about the defender who like shut down Yamal game. Because it was true. That guy was just like shut him down completely. You like the gameplay a lot more, okay. I'm looking at it now on Steam. Does eFootball have any type of like manager mode, or is it all just online? Nuno Mendes, PSG left back. Okay, yeah, that guy's sick, dude. Sick. All online now. The old PES game had a great career mode. Do you have a year? What is like PES's greatest year? Because like I don't care if I'm playing an old game. If I'll play an old game to get a good career mode. I'm so desperate for it now. "13, 17, and 21 mod my football life, which makes the 2021 engine and is modded to be uploaded with modern graphics, rosters, kits." What is that you just said? 2021 mod my football life. What is that? Like, how would you even get PES 21? If that's what you're talking about. I don't know what the last thing you said was. Mod my life football. Where is that? ...2021 version with mods and updates. Do they not sell that version on Steam anymore? Or is that like you gotta go to like EA or something? Or not? No, they wouldn't sell it on Epic, right? I know it's not EA, but I don't know if they sell it on like on Epic. Huh. Steam key for 2021. The Smoke Patch Football Life gives you the full game, no purchase necessary. You're speaking a different language to me. What are you talking about? The Smoke Patch Football Life gives you the full game, no purchase necessary. What is that? Ooh. So Konami took down PES 2021 after eFootball launched, right? The only way to get 2021 PES legitimately is to download or find an old Steam key. That would cost 100 plus. Smoke Patch made a mod of the 2021 game to include updated licenses, kits, players, graphics, so completely free. For the love of God, please teach me how to do that. Did they mod in like all the leagues and teams and stuff too? And is there a career mode? Please tell me there's like a career mode, please. Can I like be a manager? And is there transfers and stuff? It's a Team Galactic. They're taking the Pokemon of the lake. I couldn't beat this person. Dude, I'll do it. I'll beat this person. That face, it brings back bad memories. I'm talking about the Windworks. I caught a whole lot of trouble for that little incident. What's with that look on your face? You don't remember me? Yes, you can, and yes, it is full game. The website gives a very good tutorial. I'm not tech savvy myself. They give good explanations. I think I watched a YouTube video ages ago. Okay. It's called Smoke Patch. Okay. I'll just get ready for after stream. Yep. I typed in smoke. I did Smoke Patch and then space, and this came up. PES 2021 new smoke patch update. The ultimate PES 21 mod setup. Either Fire Blast or Thunder TM around the lake if you want to be risky. Gotta surf to the other pieces of land. Okay, I found one with... Okay, I found one uploaded 5 months ago. This should be good. Okay, we'll do that after stream. Thank you, Wes. I'm hoping it's Thunder so that we can give that to Rotom. Because Shockwave is fine, but we don't learn Discharge until level 50. And I think we're going to get... I think Discharge is like slowly going to get outpaced. Each lake has a heavy hitter. Fire Blast, Thunder, and Blizzard. Oh, got you. That's cool. I think Magmortar's back sprite is a little too small. Because Gabite's, he's big. You know what I mean? Magmortar's a pretty big guy. How am I rating your experience so far as compared to Diamond and Pearl? Good. My biggest issue with Diamond and Pearl was the restrictive roster. And I feel like, to me, it was largely fixed. I feel like I've had plenty of options. Not only that, I feel like the additions to the Sinnoh Pokedex have not just... There's not just added Pokemon, but they've added Pokemon that were introduced in Sinnoh. So you increase the roster size, and you kind of showcased the new additions on top of it. So it kind of hit two birds with one stone. The TMs are still an issue, and I'll talk about that. I mean, I'm not gonna say much. I'm just gonna be like, yeah, I don't like how many TMs there are. Defog is ridiculous. I mean, there's more stuff I like too. I like I don't know if they're introduced here or if they just weren't used as much as in Diamond and Pearl, but the seals, like I'm seeing these seals everywhere. They're sweet. I think seals should be a thing to this day. Like there should be tons of seals. What even is Magmortar? Because Magmar is like a fire duck thing. Yeah. Well, what even is Magmar? A fire duck? It's like its head. I mean, it looks like an ass. The back sprites didn't get the same attention, unfortunately. Yeah. But I'm not gonna like, because it's weird because it didn't really stand out to me until I saw Magmortar, who is like super badass. But I was kind of looking at his back sprite, and I was like, that's not too great. I have to go back and like look at my Heart Gold Soul Silver video and pay more attention to Pokemon in this game to go, you know, how are back sprites in Gen 4? A bipedal flame platypus. The Magmortar line is based on some South American mythological fire lizard. Okay, cool. Just call it a yokai and move on. Hey, I tried to watch a Let's Play of a yokai the other day. I didn't like the Let's Player. In the video almost had 1 million views. He was just trying to be nice, but he's kind of the reason why I watch no commentary Let's Plays. But he was playing the first Yokai Watch in America on the 3DS. It looked really great, actually. It looked, well, hold on. I didn't get to the point of seeing a yokai. It was like he was in the middle of catching like regular bugs. And I think it was about to introduce yokais, but the person talking was just so annoying. I couldn't handle it. I tried. Livid, my daughter tries and pets your Pikachu 11 out of 10. That's cool. That's cute. Time to head north. Thank you, Wes. Wes, you are my guardian angel. you saw me panning the map like he doesn't know where to go. I want to play Jade Cocoon, a PS1 monster collecting game. Heard some good and bad. I want to play that. That sounds cool. Jade Cocoon. I think a natural thing people would suggest is like, oh, Digimon, but Digimon is weird because I don't like how the like Digimon World get. I don't like how the Digimon like die. Yeah, I'm like really bad with like time things. And before anybody says Majora's Mask, it's not really the same. Because you have plenty of time to complete a dungeon. Like, I was doing those dungeons largely for the first time, and I had plenty of time to complete them. Only useful when I know what's going on. Digimon World is a game you play on an emulator with a guide. Ah. One of my, I've talked about this channel a few times, but let me see how many subs they have. It's so crazy. I really thought this channel was going to lift off, but this is one of the first YouTube channels I watched back in the day. But they did Let's Plays of Silent Hill, and they did one of Digimon. They're called Run Button. Yeah, 14,000 subs. It's just crazy. I mean, they've been posting stuff for just forever. They just posted 6 days ago. Their stuff doesn't get much. It's just crazy to me. Because if I go on their videos, and I go to popular, I'm pretty sure the Resident Evil things. Sorry, not Resident Evil. They're Silent Hill. Okay, maybe I overestimated it. I thought like one of their videos had like 1 million views, but their most viewed video is from 12 years ago, Digimon World Let's Play. Part 1, 187,000. Okay, I mean, dang, I think they're hidden gems. I say they because it's two of them. It's like a guy and his cousin. The first Digimon World is a slog. Couldn't complete it as a kid. Every time I got progress, my mom would pass it. Yes, that's what I'm saying. I don't like that. So I'm 4 minutes away for having streamed for 4 hours. Getting a little bit tired. So I'm going to call it there. And I will be back tomorrow. Either 2 or 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I am going to watch Kill Tony because a new episode is dropping. Then I'm going to play or figure out how to download Football Life 25. Thank you, Icy Vegeta. But I hope you guys had fun today. Thank you, Wes, Eon Kane, Ratbat, welcome. Thanks for hanging out today. I might play a little bit off stream later tonight before I go to bed, but largely it'll be kind of like where we left off. I might like grind a little bit, get some levels up there while I'm watching Kill Tony or something, but Yeah, you too, Sacred. Anybody else who's watching, appreciate you. Yeah, so tomorrow, Pacific Standard Time, 2 or 3 p.m. Or for Wes, 14 or 1500. I'm cool. Remember to take Eevee before you head. Okay, no, we're doing that right now. Thank you. I'm not forgetting that because if you wouldn't have said something, I 100% would have forgot it. And I don't know if it's friendship degrades over time. Thank you, Poochie. Appreciate you, man. Fun stream. You made it fun, man. Thanks for hanging out. So let's get Eevee right now. Hopefully, you didn't lose that much friendship. It's already holding a Soothe Bell. I guess we can put this thing. Staravia. We might need Bidoof though. I feel like we need something with strength or rock smash. I'm sure. So what could we leave behind? I don't want to leave anything behind, really. I'll figure it out. But all right. I'll save right here. But yeah, fun stream. I don't think you'll need Rotom for Candace. It's less about Candace and it's more about the journey north. So maybe Rotom's like the easiest one to put back. We'll figure it out. Yeah, but I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hope